reducing the sentences of 1,500 people who are serving long prison sentences. Many of them, the president says, would receive lower sentences if they were charged today.
That's CBS's Cammie McCormick. President-elect Trump rang the opening bell at the New York Stock Exchange after being recognized by Time magazine as its Person of the Year. Before ringing the bell, Donald Trump spoke at the exchange, saying it was a tremendous honor.
I have to say, Time magazine getting this honor for the second time. I think I like it better this time, actually. Because
on Wall Street, the Dow is up 3 points at 44,152. The Nasdaq down 87, and the S&P is down 16. KDKA Sports. Pitt resumes play in the NCAA women's volleyball semifinals this afternoon.
It's the Sweet 16 for the Pitt volleyball team as they host Oregon around 3:30 this afternoon at the Peterson Events Center. Pitt swept a match from the Ducks on the West Coast earlier this year, but Oregon does have one distinction. They are the last team to win in Pittsburgh. That was September of last year. Jeff Hathorn, News Radio KDKA.
Also, the Penguins play the Canadiens tonight at Montreal. The Rams will visit the 49ers on Thursday Night Football. The news is brought to you by P.J. Fitzpatrick. With their famous lifetime warranty on materials and labor, trust PJ.com. KDKA Radio News Time, 10:03. Time to call Shenderovich and Fishman. Why pay 40% when you can pay 25%? Call 888-98-TWINS. It's 23, partly cloudy, fairly windy. West winds right now at 17 with a gust of 40 at the airport. The real feel is 9. AAA traffic and the AccuWeather forecast next.
Are you worried about the state of the economy? Concerned about market crashes and rising inflation wiping out your savings? At Noble Gold Investments, we understand your fears and have a solution. Call us today at 1-888-403-1050. Imagine safeguarding you and your family with a tangible asset that has stood the test of time. Gold. With Noble Gold Investments, you can diversify your portfolio and protect your wealth from economic turmoil. Our team will guide you through the process, ensuring you make informed decisions that best suit your needs. Call Noble Gold Investments today at 1-888-403-1050. That's 1-888-403-1050. The future is uncertain. Take control now. Call 1-888-403-1050.
Past performance may not be indicative of future results. Investing in precious metals, including gold, involves risks. Consult with your tax attorney or financial professional before making an investment decision.
I'm meteorologist Brian Thompson with your Lowe's weekend weather update. A mostly cloudy weekend is on the way with a period of rain likely from late Saturday into Sunday. High temperatures will mostly be in the low to mid 40s this weekend. Shop new deal drops now at Lowe's. Right now, get up to 30% off select major appliances and save big this holiday season. Lowe's knows deals. Offers valid 12/12 to 12/18. Cannot be combined with additional discounts. See Lowe's.com for details and qualifying items while supplies last.
Do you hear that? Asthma triggers are everywhere, from dust mites, pet dander, and pollen, to smog and smoke. An asthma attack can strike anywhere, anytime. Be prepared with quick-acting Primatene Mist. Clinically proven to open airways quickly. It's the #1 FDA-approved asthma inhaler available over the counter. Primatene Mist. Breathe easy again. Use as directed.
From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic powered by Bowser, Ellen Gamble. Good morning.
Good morning, Marty, and we do have an accident now. Cruiser rolling up on the scene on this one. It's on the line between West Homewood and the line with Bakery Square. Excuse me, this is Hamilton Avenue at the intersection with Zodiac Way, so do watch out for slowdowns around that. Not too many slowdowns to greet you out in the rush hour at this point. Still some holdovers on the Parkway East, where you're lining up a bit right around Edgewood Swissvale ahead of those Squirrel Hill tunnels. Parkway West inbound is stacking for you on the front side of Green Tree Hill, approaching the Fort Pitt tunnels. Heads up if you're traveling northbound on 65 Ohio River Boulevard in Hayesville until around 3 today. Traffic's down to a single lane at the intersection with River Road around work being done by Duquesne Light Crews. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred roofing replacement contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Windy and very cold into this afternoon with some sunshine, high 25. Partly cloudy tonight. There will be a few flurries around late, a low temperature around 20, and mostly cloudy and cold tomorrow, high near 30. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Brian Thompson, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Progressive Insurance. What do your home and auto have in common? They're yours, and Progressive protects them both. Bundle today at progressive.com.
It's the Big K Big Three.
Brought to you by New Flow Men's Health. The biggest 3 stories of the day on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
I know it's winter. Yeah, I know it's Pittsburgh. I know we're supposed to be used to it, but this wind, man, this wind sucks. Man. And when it rained, like the last couple days, we had snow and then it melted. And then it hits like 12 degrees overnight or whatever it was with the wind chill. And then, and this is my weather background, I was a weatherman, my first job in Texas. And I was damn good. Bridges and overpasses, you've heard this since you were a kid, they freeze first. And then my boy Joey, who's the world's greatest tow truck driver, ends up at what ends up being a crap show, quite frankly, right at the edge of, right at the beginning of a rush hour this morning. Man, God, awful accident. Joey, what's up, man?
Morning, Marty.
Joey, you don't see much like this, man. I mean, this was a cluster, you know what?
That's another normal winter day for me, sir.
Wow. When you got up on it, Joey, what did you see?
Just cars pretty much everywhere. Total chaos. Just not knowing what the heck was going on. Those cars were packed in there so tight. You know, even with the EMTs, the fire department that's on scene, it was even a struggle for those guys to get to the people that couldn't get in. You know, they couldn't get out of their cars. They were just jammed in there. So trying to see who's injured, just trying to get those people out of those cars, and it was just a mess. It was like a bad movie scene.
It is, man. Hey, Joey, what time was that about?
I was a little bit after 6 o'clock this morning.
Oh, wow. And where exactly? Describe people where that is, sir.
That's if you're coming out of town on the Boulevard of the Allies, you have the ramp for Forbes Avenue, which is the ramp that goes down to shoot back up on the Forbes. So, you know, you have the water that was running downhill there, and with those cold temperatures, it just froze.
Hey, Joey, I'm looking at the pictures.
Ramp with a sheet of ice.
I'm looking at the pictures you sent, man. These cars are in different directions even.
Yeah, I mean, you have... The biggest problem is coming down off the Boulevard of the Allies. It's kind of like a blind spot because the ramp goes down. So you have cars that are coming off the boulevard at 30, 40 miles an hour. So, you know, you have a car that's at a complete stop. They're just getting banged up and just getting spun around on the ice.
Man, could you hear people yelling from in their cars, man? Because I saw there were 6 people hurt.
Yeah, there were some people yelling that they couldn't get out of their cars, and, you know, then it's a frantic for the EMTs, the rescue truck, everyone that's on scene to try to get to those people just to see how serious their injuries are. You know, some of the people had to sit there and wait till they got some of the cars moved just to get them out of the cars.
Man, Joey. Hey,
I salute our EMTs, our fire department, the personnel, the rescue guys. I salute them. That's a tough job in those situations.
It is, man. Hey, when you hit that strip of road, was it icy, man? What did you feel?
I was on the other side. I came down from Forbes Avenue, but you can see the ice.
Oh.
I mean, at that point, you can't even get a salt truck in there until you get those cars cleared out of there.
So, and go ahead.
PennDOT does a great job. You know, they can tweak their system a little bit. That would be my thoughts. From my 20-plus years of doing this, you know where the accidents are going to be. They need to tweak this system to the priorities where they know. When the roads are bad like this, I can tell you where the first accident's going to be every single time this happens.
And to your point, if I'm driving, I'm on the parkway, it's cool because it's not elevated. I hit that ramp and I'm suddenly on an ice rink, right?
Correct. And again, people need to they need to pay more attention. I mean, the roads are wet. You can clearly see that the roads are wet. What do you think is going to happen when it's 10 degrees out? They're going to freeze. people need to be more cautious and pay more attention out here. Slow down, take your time.
How many cars did you have to tow out of there, brother?
Between McGann and Chester and a few of the private towing companies that were on scene, I believe 8 cars in total out of 22, maybe a little over 20. I don't know the total number, but there was definitely over 20 cars in that pile up there.
Were any people hacked off, Joey? Like angry?
The people that were angry were the people that were just running late to work.
I see.
And, that comes back to just, hey, you got to pay attention. You got to put a little bit of blame on the motorist for not paying attention in these conditions.
And could you tell, had there been any salt dropped at all?
Prior to that, I do not believe there was any.
I see. Wow. We're lucky, though, no one was killed. This could have been really bad.
Definitely. That's the worst part of my job is when I'm at an accident scene and there's a fatality.
Hey, before you go, insane accident yesterday. Insane. 52nd Street, Natrona Way.
Yeah, I still can't figure that one out. Thank goodness that telephone pole was there. Otherwise, it would have been a lot worse. That car would have probably got pushed up into that house. And thank God that nobody was in that car. The driver of the box truck, he was fine. He walked away completely fine. That one has me baffled how that one happened.
So a big box truck came flying out of an alley and flipped a car on its side and almost went into a house. Wow.
Yep.
Joe, you're the man.
Yeah,
Thanks,
that
brother.
Telephone pole saved it. Have a good day, everybody. Drive safe.
Wow. Couple things about this. If I'm a driver, I'm not smart enough or cognizant enough. It's early in the morning. What do you say? It was a little after 6. I guess you should think about that kind of stuff. I guess you should be aware that the roads could be slick, but man, what happens in your mind is you're on the parkway. It's dry. You're cool. Then you hit the exit, and suddenly it's a sheet of ice. I don't know the PennDOT schedule. Quite frankly, they usually do a hell of a job, honestly. I can't pick on them because I don't know what happened. It's hard for me to go after them when I don't know how this happened, what their schedule was, or why it happened. Joey makes a point that they know that this is going to be slick. And if that's not in their schedule to salt that ramp, they need to get to it. Meantime, it's very rare to see a 22-car pileup anywhere, especially in Pittsburgh. And to imagine that when Joey got there were people screaming and they had to take 6 people to the hospital is scary as hell. We're just lucky that no one was killed because this could have been bad. The only advice I would give, I've hit black ice. If you drive, you've hit black ice. It freaks you out. It does. The only advice I would give is that if you see temperatures drop like this and you know it's been raining and or the snow is melted, you can expect black ice somewhere. Best advice I can give. Man. I posted the pictures on social. It's nasty. From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic Pub on Bowser. Ellen, that was a hell of an accident this morning, my friend. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
We say it over and over and over again, Marty. It just bears repeating. Just having that extra time and just being aware of what's going on. Those freezing temperatures, those elevated surfaces that can get slick like that. It's just tough. It's tough for everybody.
Wow.
Certainly a rough morning, but leaving extra time, always the good idea, folks. We do have an accident for you now. Hamilton Avenue at Zodiac Way. This is kind of on the line between Homewood West and Bakery Square. Watch out for the crews who are on the scene there. No accidents or emergency crews on your Parkway West, but they are lots of brake lights backing up for you near the top of Green Tree Hill as you make your way into the Fort Pitt tunnels. Still a little bit of a delay for you on the Parkway East inbound to slow at Edgewood Swissvale, heading to the Squirrel Hill tunnels and into downtown that way. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
All the news you need for your day and the sports, music, and podcasts you love are all on the free Odyssey app. Download now.
This portion of the show is sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Visit them at awaken180weightloss.com.
Hey, folks, Marty, there's still time to get your home quite clean for Christmas with my friends at Coit Cleaning Services. Hurry and call them right now. Save 40% off of all services. Wow. That's right. Put Coit on your Christmas list. Save 40% off all services, carpets, rugs, upholstery, drapes, and blinds. You got to call today to get it scheduled. 1-800-FOR-COIT. That's 1-800-FOR-COIT. Coit gift cards are available as well. 1-800-FOR-COIT.
Hi, this is Father Tom Burke of the Diocese of Pittsburgh. Join me for Catholic Education Plus. We have an inspiring Christmas music episode to tap for future concert selections of our own Catholic schools. Catholic Education Plus airs this Sunday morning at 6:30 on KDKA Radio.
Hey, folks, it's Marty. I love Universal Windows Direct. Now, the holiday season. Family, friends, staying cozy inside your home. But it's drafty, hard to stay comfortable. With Universal Windows Direct, you fix that right now. Buy 2 windows, get 2 free. Buy 4, get 2 free. 412-545-6003. Universal Windows Direct. I love my windows.
Retirement, it's almost here. Are you ready? Well, join Kurt Kanodik and Ethan Lane of Accurate Solutions Group for your retirement blueprint. Let Kurt and Ethan help you plan for your retirement dreams. Don't miss your retirement blueprint, Sundays at 10. Investment advisory services offered through ASG Investment Management, LLC.
UPMC, life-saving, life-changing information. Amazing.
Everything you need, every time you listen. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
All right, I want you guys to hear this. Patrick, set this up for them, because this is crazy, man. And then we're going to grab Melinda Roeder, great stuff from Altoona. Listen, set this up for us. It's crazy.
Sure. So Luigi Mangione, he's being held in Huntington, PA, at a prison there. Well, inmates inside the prison are yelling out to the TV reporters that are, set up outside doing their live shots, yelling. Well, you'll hear the sound here.
Play that, Ryan.
This was just from a few hours ago, and here they are, 10 o'clock as promised. They said earlier today, tell Ashley Banfield that Luigi is watching at 10 o'clock. I mean, obviously, that's just a hard roast at this point because they're not near Luigi in any way.
Can I just ask the guys, if they can hear me right now, to answer yes or no very loud. Does Luigi have television in his single cell?
No.
Unreal. They said no, right? Obviously, we have a little bit of a delay, but they're getting. They're getting the questions, and they're giving us the answers. So Luigi does not have.
All right, that's enough. You get it. Ashley Banfield and I go way back. I was actually worked with her and hung out with her in Dallas. She's a fantastic talent. But that's the weirdness of this thing. It's taken on this bizarro world life of its own. It kind of sickens me, quite frankly, that over $30,000 has been raised online, and that's just one place, because people have made this guy into a hero. It's kind of disgraceful. Melinda Roeder, wow, this all happened in Altoona. She's been in the center of it. She is the news director there on the TV, was a fantastic reporter, still is, but was here at KDKA. This thing's getting weirder by the day, Melinda, right?
It is, and we've got several updates on the case now, even just today. Just within the last half hour, Mangione's attorney, Thomas Dickey, local attorney here in Altoona, filed a writ of habeas corpus, which is just the next step in the legal process where he is fighting extradition. So that means that the next step now is that there will be a hearing in court where Mangione is going to try to, well, his attorney, of course, will try to fight the charges that he's facing here in Altoona, in Blair County, basically trying to make a case that his arrest was not warranted, that he should not have been detained, and that the charges, are not going to stand. Now, that's highly unlikely, but this is just part of the step in this whole process. When someone fights extradition, it can take anywhere from a month to 2 months.
Whoa.
Right now, there is a preliminary hearing scheduled for December 23rd, although we understand that next hearing might be postponed Mangioni's attorney is going to ask that it is postponed. And, of course, December 23rd is a difficult day. A lot of courts are, closing that week. And so, this could happen at the end of this month, but it also could be pushed back to January. So in the meantime, he's going to continue to be held here at SCI Huntington. He is in a cell by himself, but he is not in solitary confinement.
Oh.
He is just being held separate, so he is by himself. And other than that, he's going to have a lot of the same rights and access as the other inmates there, everything from eating the same food to being, taken out of his cell during certain times of the day for, access and exercise and things of that nature. So, he is still there. I have a crew right now outside of the prison. And yes, the inmates have from time to time been, shouting out, you heard the free Luigi. Yep. And so just some comments here and there. In the meantime, the investigation into, where he spent those 5 or 6 days on the lam, right, where he spent them and what he did. And the latest is that we were able to confirm that he actually did try to check into a hotel. The hotel here is called the Horseshoe Curve Lodge. It's not part of a national chain. This is an individually owned hotel, privately owned hotel. It's just over a half mile from the McDonald's where he was arrested. And so what the clerk is telling us, and they do have some surveillance video that they've not released to the media, but they did turn that over to police. But it appears that he tried to check into the hotel there. He was told that it was in the morning, and he was told that they didn't have any clean rooms available, that he needed to come back after 1 o'clock for check-in. And so that would have been a short time before he was then recognized as the suspected shooter at that McDonald's, which is, again, just over a half mile away. It would have been like a 15-minute walk or less. It was raining cats and dogs that day, raining very heavy. So, I don't know that a lot of people would have been paying attention or even taking notice of who would have been walking along this road. It is a major roadway, though, that cuts through Altoona to get there.
I'm kind of confounded. No disrespect to Altoona. I love the region. They're wonderful people. But so I'm trying to wrap my arms around why the hell he was there and why he wanted to hang there. Do you have any idea?
No, that's still something that we are working to confirm. And as I've said before, Altoona is, relatively small in comparison to, say, a Pittsburgh or a Philadelphia, certainly in New York. But it is, I'm going to say it's an important crossroads, if you will, for transportation, whether it's bus or train. We're not that far from the Maryland border. We know that he is from a town a little north of Baltimore. So, we can't really speculate that he was trying to head home or back to New York or anything like that. Maybe there's some insight into his plan in that manifesto that they say they found on him. But so far, police have not released that information.
Hey, and so how are the folks at McDonald's doing? Are they back to normal? Are they still getting threats? What's the deal?
Yeah, great question. So, as I've said before, this McDonald's never closed. They continue to serve customers this entire time. We do understand that the female employee who phoned 911 after a customer recognized him and they started to question whether this could be the guy, we understand that she also works at another business here in town, so she has 2 jobs, and she has declined our request to do an interview. I think she is, a little apprehensive, obviously, with all of the threats that have been made towards that in McDonald's and those employees, and so she's actually getting paid right now, but she's not coming into work for a period of time. So, and there's no word yet on whether she or the customers or who's going to get that reward money. Remember, there's $60,000 in reward money on the line. So there's still a lot of loose ends and unanswered questions here that I think we're going to be working to uncover for quite some time.
I find it fascinating. I've been in maximum security prisons. I've been on death row. I've been at the Allegheny County Jail where women would come, quite frankly, every day and wave at their husbands who are in the jail. I've never heard this kind of chanting and cheering. Have you in your career seen a guy like this turn into a hero, in essence, which is kind of bizarre to even say?
Yeah, it is sort of bizarre.
Yeah.
I think some people have seen him as maybe a martyr or a vigilante or some kind of a hero. It's a little twisted, but
it is.
Certainly you too. I'm sure you have, Marty, and I've done live shots outside of prisons where the inmates are waving and hollering. But in this case, keep in mind it's local media, it's national media, it's the networks. They've been there for days, and so I'm sure it's created quite a buzz among those inmates.
Melinda Roeder, you've been amazing, and I'm so grateful. Thank you so much for the amazing information. Thank you.
Anytime, Marty.
Wow, she's good. To that note, this is a true story. I worked in Oklahoma City. I worked in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I worked in Dallas and Los Angeles, and I went into a female prison in Oklahoma City. It was insane. Now they were cool. They were in like bunks and like dorms. They're not violent like men, but they were yelling stuff about me and personal stuff and chanting, and I've heard that. But this, making him a hero and asking if he had television and raising money for him and giving him martyr status, gives me the creeps, man. It just does. It gives me the damn creeps.
If you owe the IRS $10,000 or more in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, write this number down or put it into your phone. 800-411-2215. The IRS is hiring more staff and cracking down. Call Tax Relief Helpers now to learn about our tax debt reduction programs and how to stop the collection efforts. If you're facing liens, levies, an audit, wage garnishment, or years of unpaid taxes, even if you're already in a payment plan, we can help. Through special IRS programs, you may qualify to have your tax debt settled for a fraction of what you owe. Tax Relief Helpers has helped thousands of taxpayers qualify for these generous relief programs, earning an A rating with the Better Business Bureau. No matter what amount you or your business owe to the IRS, call our Tax Relief Hotline now for a free consultation and see what savings you may qualify for. Don't tackle the IRS on your own, and don't risk having your wages, Social Security, even your pension seized. Call now. Call 800-411-2215. That's 800-411-2215. 800-411-2215.
Here's another great reason to use the United States Postal Service this season. When sending a package, why venture outside? Ship with USPS for a true holiday ride. Want to stay cozy and warm? There's no need to roam. With free package pickup and labels printed from home. We have over 600,000 employees always in motion. And before you know it, your gift has delivered in motion. Spread the holiday joy this season with USPS's Enhanced Network. Learn more at USPS.com/holidayride.
15 packs of Pepsi products, 2 for $14. Save $1 on 2 gallons of milk, just for Par Mar Rewards card holders. Dan's angrily inviting you to download the Par Mar Rewards app today. And remember, if there's not a Par Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
From the Aetna Medicare Solutions Studio.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
23 and partly sunny skies. It's 10:30. I'm Paul Rasmussen. 22 vehicles collided this morning on the ramp from the Parkway East up to the Boulevard of the Allies and Forbes Avenue. This happened around 6:30. Tow truck driver Joey Janicki told KDK Radio's Marty Griffin it was a mess.
We're packed in there so tight, even with the EMTs, the fire department that's on scene. It was even a struggle for those guys to get to the people that couldn't get out of their cars. 5 people with minor injuries were taken to a hospital. Janicki says the ramp was icy after overnight snowfall. New this hour, U.S. Steel employees are hosting a rally today at the Mon Valley Works in Clairton in support of the Nippon Steel transaction. In a release, the company says the workers will be joined by community members and elected officials to call on national leaders to focus on the merits of the $15 billion acquisition. Earlier this week, Nippon Steel announced all eligible employees, union and non-union, would receive a $5,000 bonus within 30 days of the deal closing. The United Steelworkers, which opposes that deal, called the offer a union-busting tactic and bribery. Yesterday, reports said President Biden will block the sale. Tanger Outlets has reopened after a 2-day closure due to a power surge. The outdoor mall in South Strabane, Washington County was mostly back to business as usual Wednesday afternoon. An Observer reporter story says fire crews called to Tanger Outlets Monday morning found a power surge underway. It caused electrical damage in 5 suites. Outlet stores were forced to close while the electricians worked to resolve the issue.
On Wall Street, the Dow is down 45 points at 44,104. The NASDAQ is down 54 points, and the S&P is down 10. KDKA Radio News Time, 10:31. Our next update at 11. I'm Paul Rasmussen on the Voice of Pittsburgh, News Radio KDKA.
No one caters deli better than Bob the Deli King from Food for Thought. Hands down, the best deli in Pittsburgh. Paul Martino here. Need a trusted caterer that will please every guest at your upcoming holiday or office party? Get the best. Call Bob the Deli King at Food for Thought, catering quality, authentic, and delicious deli items for over 30 years and easily accommodate quick turnarounds. Call 412-682-5033, 412-682-5033. Food for Thought, Pittsburgh's best deli catering.
I went to high school with Bob Tootie from Tootie Mechanical. So I've known him, 40 plus years? His business is insane. Tootie Mechanical. The service is unbelievable. The professionalism is unbelievable. And the help, man, they've put 400 free furnaces in homes. Tootie Mechanical is the best for HVAC I've ever seen in my career. They're amazing people, amazing service. Tootie, 412-771-4100. Call them.
Honey, I found the perfect place for my parents and us.
Where?
St. Barnabas. For us, the Woodlands Carriage Home Community. And for my parents, condominium-style living at the Village. My folks will love the Village. There's an indoor mall with shops, restaurants, and more. And we can relax, knowing they're safe and secure.
That's what I plan to do when we move to St. Barnabas. Relax.
Call 724-444-5568 or visit stbarnabascommunities.com.
Window Nation customers have been singing our praises for years. With fast, local service and an industry-leading 96% customer satisfaction rating, it's no wonder. Get 50% off all windows and 0% interest for 6 years. Schedule a free estimate now. Call 866-90-NATION or visit windownation.com. That's 866-90-NATION. Window Nation is a proud partner of the Pittsburgh Penguins. Receive a pair of Penguins tickets with the purchase of a house of windows.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance specialist for university housing, he knows college students can major in wear and tear. Plus, housing so many students doesn't leave a lot of room to house all the supplies he needs. That's where Grainger comes in. With over 1 million industrial-grade products and fast, dependable delivery, Grainger carries the quality products he needs so he doesn't have to. From a new door hinge to a whole new faucet. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds, which could be life-changing. I mean, you could put that money towards concert tickets for your daughter to see that singer who sings about painful breakups. And one song will inspire your little beauty to break up with that beast she's dating, Brian. Instead, she'll date someone who's nice and worthy of her love, not someone who addresses you and your spouse as bro. And it's all because you could save money switching at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
For the past 3 seasons of Gone South, we've covered one story per season. Now, Gone South is back for a 4th season. But this time, we're doing things a little differently. In Gone South Season 4, we'll be bringing you new stories every week with no end in sight. Listen to and follow Gone South, an Odyssey original podcast, on the free Odyssey app and wherever you get your podcasts.
From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic powered by Bowser. Ellen Gamble, what's up?
All right, Marty, what's up is an accident continues to be working for crews trying to clear this from Hamilton Avenue on the line between West Homewood and Bakery Square. That's the accident scene there. Watch out for that. Delays greet you on the Parkway West at the top of Green Tree Hill, and lane restrictions could be in your way till about noon today. This is around overhead sign inspection crews on Route 19 in both directions at the I-79 interchange in Marshall Township, also on northbound 79, just a mile north of the Route 60 Craft and Moon Run exit. That's in Kennedy Township, and eastbound on the I-376 ramp to Ridge Road. So that's on the Parkway West exit 61 in Robinson Township. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred roofing replacement contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Blustery and cold this afternoon with some sunshine. High temperature only 25. We'll have some clouds and a few flurries around tonight, especially from late evening on. Low 20. Mostly cloudy tomorrow. High near 30. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Brian Thompson at 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Listeners know how much family means to me. Here's another local family that I love. Sam, Steve, and Calvin, cousins, and the owners of CNS Cousins Construction. Siding, decks, windows, doors. They do it all. It's not like calling your cousin Ted, who excelled in shop class. No, I've seen the work of CNS Cousins Construction. Call the cousins. 989-COUSINS. Sam, Steve, and Calvin, dedicated to making your vision come to life with craftsmanship and care. CNS Cousins. 989-COUSINS.
The holidays are here at OliverFlowers.com. Flowers make great gifts. OliverFlowers.com. And they deliver. OliverFlowers.com. Family owned for 95 years. OliverFlowers.com. Everything you need to deck the halls. OliverFlowers.com.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at KennyRoss.com.
Hey, I want to play this. I got Phil DeLucente here. One of my close friends, one of the best defense attorneys in the country, honestly. And I want to play this CBS piece, and then I want to snag Phil because that's the context by which I brought him on the air this morning. Listen to this CBS piece about Mangione.
Shell casings found at the scene where United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson was killed match the 3D printed ghost gun 26-year-old Luigi Mangione had in his possession when he was arrested, according to the NYPD Wednesday. Police also said the suspect's fingerprints match the ones found on a water bottle and a wrapper found outside a Starbucks, where surveillance video appears to show he was before the killing. The NYPD said his print also matches one found on a cell phone that was recovered in an alley near the hotel. And at the time of his arrest, the NYPD says the suspect had a notebook where he wrote about his disdain for the healthcare industry. Law enforcement sources tell CBS News he wrote about using a bomb, but wrote that a shooting would be more targeted and would not risk innocent lives.
Are you seeing the statements about choosing a gun over a bomb that were allegedly made in this notebook as an admission?
I don't know that they have a confession, but I think they have enough facts, enough of a pattern of facts at this point to say, this shows he was going to do it. This shows how he was going to do it. These pictures show you that he did do it.
Sources tell CBS News Mangione's mother filed a missing persons report in San Francisco just days before the shooting. Friends say they hadn't heard from the suspect for several months.
I remember looking at his face like, that guy looks so familiar.
Dorian Wright says he taught the suspect several times at Power Yoga, Hawaii.
He mentioned to me when I was helping him with the pose, he said, I have.
All right, that's cool. I got that. So I wanted to grab Phil. Hey, Phil, thanks for joining us, brother.
Good morning, Marty.
So Phil has had, and I'm not exaggerating, some of the most high-profile cases in the country. Some of them have actually reached worldwide attention. This is more of a rhetorical question, but I know you've gone down this path. When you have a stack of evidence against your clients, crazy stuff, fingerprints, writings, photographs, witnesses, how do you defend someone that in your heart of hearts, you know, man, we're screwed here. We're buried in guilt evidence. What do you do and how do you proceed, sir?
Well, one thing I do is I never take the attitude that it's a loser, because every case could be won, every case could be lost. It's how you proceed. So I think any defense lawyer out there that's listening to this will tell you the same thing. When you have overwhelming evidence that the Commonwealth or the federal government presents to you, then you have to keep out the evidence, whatever evidence they're trying to bring in. So let's go through this one, the shells, this writing. So what would you challenge? You challenge chain of custody. You would say that this is tainted. You would say the way it was taken wasn't sufficient under the law, whether it be through warrants or otherwise. So that's why a lot of times folks are like, well, why don't they charge this? And why don't prosecutors, on the other hand, have to be very, very careful, because they have a very hard job, because you have guys like me that are going to go through every nook and cranny, and they're going to challenge the way they got the evidence, how they got the evidence, who got the evidence, what's their case file, what's their... Mark Furman, I believe the detective on the O.J. Simpson trial, everybody remembers. That whole case was based upon, they started to go into his personnel file on what he was about, his history, how he gathered the evidence, how he touched it. So it's all about keeping out the evidence at this juncture, because there is a tremendous amount, as it appears, evidence against this young man.
And in this case, I find it fascinating. So we had his attorney on yesterday. He's actually a pretty cool guy, Thomas Dickey. They called him the Jim Ecker of Blair County. He didn't have the same pizzazz as Jimmy did, and Phil knows Jimmy better. In fact, that's how I met Phil. But he is going to try and delay this extradition for 2 months. Why? What's the point of the delay, brother? Why not just say to hell with it, bring him back to New York?
Well, you know, as a defense lawyer, time is our friend.
I see.
Okay? So anytime you can delay, for good meritable reasons, by the way. It's not just to delay, because memories fade, mistakes are made. You have to then try to have enough time to conference with your client. And obviously, and I don't know if Mr. Dickey is or is not New York certified to practice, but there's another defense lawyer that gets the case up in that town. And quite frankly, let's be clear. Any big case, you need more than one lawyer. I know a tremendous amount of lawyers, obviously, and I'm working with one right now, and I don't have an ego, believe it or not. I'll work with anyone at any time.
No, I've seen it, yeah.
So he's going to have a team of lawyers, and so he might be already communicating with counsel up in New York that's saying, hey, we need time to get our arms around this, try to discern XYZ from him, please share it, let's have a defense agreement, things like this. So there's a multitude of reasons. Typically, though, if someone gets picked up in one state and they have to be extradited to another, it really is usually a non event. Okay, it's just a fait accompli. It just happens, and you go in court. And is there any reasons not to? Unless they're an illegal alien, then it gets a little bit.
You had one of the most high-profile cases in the country recently. A nurse, in essence, called the Black Widow, accused of poisoning patients, which she described as mercy killings. Others didn't see it that way. Not my point. My point is, what do you do as an attorney? Because that comes up in this case, where you sit down with someone and say, we might have mental illness here, and we're going to have to proceed that way with this case. When do you do that, Phil?
So I think early on, the lawyers discern whether or not the person actually has a mental illness. You talk to family members, not that case in particular, any case that you have that's that can become an issue. And then what you do is either through court order, or if the family has enough money, you get the person actually checked out mentally. But it's only a defense if, the lawyers believe it and they have somebody who actually is certified in it. And, most of the clients that we've had here at my firm, where I've worked with in the past, it might be utilized as a defense, but you really need to have an expert tell you as such. But you could discern a lot of that just talking to them.
And by the way, you can keep them off of death row and even the electric chair or the gas chamber, whatever the hell they have, if you can prove that. Can you not, sir?
Yeah, I think you can. And a lot of times that's why you'll see a lot of the most heinous crimes in states where there is capital punishment. And I know the capital punishment argument.
Yep.
Former Judge Mary Annie works here. That
he sure does.
It in the Supreme Court didn't. But look, if you're up for capital murder, that could be brought just because a governor puts a moratorium on it. Does not mean at any time another governor comes in and it's reinforced. So if you can negotiate any kind of deal that's a life sentence with any client that's looking at these types of charges. Now, New York, you told me the other day when I was on your show that they do not have the death penalty.
Right.
So now you still, and here's the other thing. People say, well, why don't they just plead guilty? Why don't they just plead guilty? Well, if a district attorney or attorney general says to you, look, we're going for first-degree murder, even in a state without capital punishment, what do you have to lose? You might as well try the case because there's no offer on the table, and they're going to be going to jail for life if you plea it. So, and that's always the client's choice, but that's, when you explain it to the clients, that's what they typically say.
All right, and I know we're running out of time. I got to ask you this. Have you seen a client like this accused of this kind of crime made into somewhat of a hero before? Have you seen this that you have had as a case, Phil?
I can't think of any.
Me neither. Me neither.
That I've had that, there's, look, you're always going to have folks that use that butt word. Yep. And, my problem with that is we can't turn into a vigilante type of situation where, we do these types of things. So, if you have a complaint, use the civil system. If you want to get the message out, there's a lot of other different ways. You certainly would not, as this young man is accused of allegedly shooting somebody in the back.
That's right.
I mean, on top of that, the cowardice.
My brother, by the way, before you go, the hair is perfect. It just is. There's a buzz.
I'm getting a haircut.
There's a buzz in this town about two things. This Mangione case and Phil DeLacente's hair. Thanks, Phil.
Hey, Morty.
Yeah.
Have a good day.
All right, brother. My man. He's got great hair. From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen Gamble, what's up?
What's up is we have the Cordell and Cordell traffic cameras raring to go, even on this very chilly day. They are up and working, and we can see lots of red brake lights for you. This is on the Parkway West, of course, very heavy for you from the top of Green Tree Hill down to and through those Fort Pitt tunnels. No accidents or disabled vehicles in your way, just lots and lots of heavy traffic. The outbound ride by comparison is moving smoothly. Heads up for you, Duquesne Light Crews are working on northbound Route 65, Ohio River Boulevard. This is in the Hayesville section, so just north of the 79 interchange. They could be there until around 3 p.m. today, and we'll have traffic down to a single lane at that intersection with River Road, so consider yourselves warned. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Did you know that now you can listen to all your favorite stations, including this one, shows, and even podcasts, all on the Odyssey app? Download it now.
Just a few of the reasons why CCAC rocks. Listen to this. The degrees. Business management, criminal justice, culinary arts, graphics communications, film technology, mechatronics technology, medical insurance specialists, cybersecurity, software development, nursing, I'm serious, facilities maintenance technology, heating and air conditioning technology, welding. Just a few of the degrees. And you leave school with no debt. CCAC rocks.
100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA. Covered by JP Roofing and Siding. Pittsburgh's #1 platinum roofing company.
Progressive Insurance. What do your home and auto have in common? They're yours. And Progressive protects them both. Bundle today at progressive.com.
For eligible individuals 18 and older with self-perceived mild to moderate hearing loss only. Results vary. See website for details and important safety information.
Life without hearing aids can be frustrating.
Andy, did you hear what she just said?
No, I'm sorry. Well, what did I miss?
I said I got the promotion, Dad. I thought you would be excited.
You're missing out on the important moments of your life because you just can't hear them. It's time to try the Jabra Enhanced Select 500. Our smallest, most advanced hearing aid. With proprietary speech clarity technology, even the most complex listening situations like a noisy restaurant are crisp and clear. And you can get the same advanced hearing aid technology and professional care you expect from a clinic at a fraction of the cost. Get Jabra Enhance over-the-counter hearing aids and stop missing the important moments. Save $300 on Enhanced Select 500 hearing aids automatically at checkout. Just go to JabraEnhance.com/radio. That's JABRA Enhance.com/radio. JabraEnhance.com/radio.
Looking for the perfect holiday gift? Give your loved ones peace of mind on the road with a AAA gift membership for only $35. That's a full year of AAA's legendary roadside assistance for only $35. And as part of this special radio offer, AAA will waive the admission fee, add 2 free eligible household members, and you'll also receive a free $20 gift card for yourself. That's a total value of $168 for only $35. AAA will always be there if they're locked out of their car, need a tow, run out of gas, have a flat tire, or need a new battery. AAA has them covered as a driver or passenger in any car, not just their own. Stop by your local AAA branch or visit online at AAA.com/gift to receive this special radio offer. That's AAA.com/gift to give a gift membership today and receive a free $20 gift card for yourself. Limited time offer, restrictions apply.
Are you worried about the state of the economy? Concerned about market crashes and rising inflation wiping out your savings? At Noble Gold Investments, we understand your fears and have a solution. Call us today at 1-888-403-1050. Imagine safeguarding you and your family with a tangible asset that has stood the test of time. Gold. With Noble Gold Investments, you can diversify your portfolio and protect your wealth from economic turmoil. Our team will guide you through the process, ensuring you make informed decisions that best suit your needs. Call Noble Gold Investments today at 1-888-403-1050. That's 1-888-403-1050. The future is uncertain. Take control now. Call 1-888-403-1050.
Past performance may not be indicative of future results. Investing in precious metals, including gold, involves risks. Consult with your tax attorney or financial professional before making an investment decision.
It's the KDKA Radio High School Basketball Game of the Week, powered by Bowser Chevrolet. Every Friday at 6, we bring you the best players, the best sounds of the game, and the best matchups in the WPIAL. This week, Newcastle hosts North Hills, presented by Coons Quality Foods, the official store of high school basketball. Allegheny Health Network Sports Medicine, official sports medicine of high school basketball. Tobacco-free Adagio Health. And brought to you by Parmar Stores. If there isn't a Parmar store near you, there will be soon. Only on 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Here's your Jill on Money question of the day.
John from Minnesota asks, my wife and I are pondering whether or not to use an HSA or move to a lower deductible plan for our young family. John, if you guys are maxing out retirement and still have money left over for an HSA, then I would be taking advantage of that. HSAs offer a triple tax advantage. The money that goes in pre-tax. Then it grows tax-free, and when those funds are used for qualified health expenses, the money comes out tax-free. That's really hard to beat. So I say use it.
Have a question? Go to JillOnMoney.com.
Since 2013, the annual Progressive Keys to Progress event has provided deserving veterans with vehicles, helping our heroes drive their lives forward. Learn more about this program at keystoprogress.com.
Where Pittsburgh comes to talk. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
I'm texting back and this is off topic. Phil Leocenti was amazing. A couple things I want to mention. I'm texting with Mike Kelly, Congressman Kelly's people. And Patrick showed me this morning that actually it's actually kind of astounding. Because you don't know when you see stuff in other media, and we kind of like to verify it. So there's this report that Congressman Kelly's folks did on the assassination attempt on Trump in Butler. And I saw a piece on Fox last night, and Patrick snagged it this morning, where they said that the Secret Service agent, remember the guy in Florida who kind of camped out, he was sleeping in the woods, sleeping in the weeds, wherever the hell he was, with an intention of killing the president-elect, Trump. And the report, and I'm being sent this right now, page 131 on this congressional report, wow, says that this secret, oh, here it is right here. Hold on a second. Former President Trump was on the golf course Suspect fled across the multi-lane road. Special agent that provided the photo issued a bolo. Be on the lookout. Once shots were fired, the working shift again immediately took steps to cover former President Trump, moved him to a safe location. He was apprehended 44 minutes later. Several rings of protection. And in the report, it suggests that, and it doesn't suggest that, it says that the Secret Service agent missed. Wow. Let me read this. This is verbatim from this report just being sent to me live. The special agent, who may have been as close as 5 feet away from, what was his name, Ralph? Is that how it was? Ralph? Was it Ralph? Ralph. Immediately responded by firing shots toward the suspect. It is believed 6 shots in total were fired. So he was 5 feet away, and he missed this guy. He missed this guy with 6 shots. Damn. That is disheartening. So again, this is the findings of the Kelly Task Force, which, by the way, kicked ass. I love that man. And on page 131, it says, man, Secret Service agent was 6 feet away from this guy who wanted to kill the president. Fired at him 6 times and missed. Didn't hit him 1 time. I think that's a problem. Damn. That's a problem. That is a major problem. Wow, we're going to dig further into that, but that's very unsettling stuff.
Every Tuesday morning at 7:20, listen for Inside Independence Health, a look at all things healthcare with the experts from Independence Health System. It's brought to you by Independence Health System. Expert care here.
Hi, this is Larry Richard with Dan Bitchoff, the PA Hypnosis and Anxiety Center. Anxiety, Dan, you know, is at an all-time high.
It's out of control right now, Larry. We have people calling in every day to help with anxiety. And the thing that we have here at the PA Hypnosis and Anxiety Center is we're able to get to the part of the brain that actually causes the anxiety. Most everybody knows that people have problems, but they can't control the anxiety on their own. So the sessions that we do actually from the first session on gets that part of the brain to stop causing that fight or flight anxiety response, and that's how we're able to give the guarantee with our program.
And you've worked with high-level athletes, Olympic athletes. Where do we get started?
We do a free consultation, and we're going to do the same thing with the clients here that we do with the U.S. Olympic team to help them win gold medals. So when you call the office for the consultation, we can set that up. It's 724-934-8446.
The PA Hypnosis and Anxiety Center, 724-934-8446. Call now.
The Village at St. Barnabas, the perfect place for mom.
Did you know you could spend your PA taxes to fund a scholarship for a child in need and get a 90% tax credit refund? Through Blocks, BLOCS, you can redirect your state tax liability, fund a scholarship, direct it to the private or Catholic school of your choice, and receive a 90% refund on that donated amount. It's a simple process, and you can fund a scholarship that will change a child's life. Tax credit slots are filling up fast, and you must make your commitment by December 23rd. Head to blocks.org, BLOCS.org now.
The success you've had in life matters. The late nights, the extra shifts, the moments you've stood up and said, I've got this. At University of Maryland Global Campus, we value your achievements because we're a school for real life. With UMGC, you can earn up to 90 credits toward a bachelor's for prior learning and life and work experience, or transfer up to 12 credits toward a master's. We offer scholarships, affordable tuition, and online and hybrid classes, all with the support you need from your first day to graduation day and beyond. As an accredited state university, we've been transforming lives for over 75 years. Choose from more than 135 undergraduate and graduate degrees and certificates, and get ready to succeed again. University of Maryland Global Campus keeps your educational goals attainable with no-cost digital materials, replacing textbooks in most courses, affordable tuition, and over $15 million in scholarship opportunities available each year. Find out if you qualify. Learn more at umgc.edu. That's umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare Solutions Studio.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's 23, partly sunny skies, and it's breezy. A west wind at 18 with a gust of 38 at the airport. The real feel is 9 at 11 o'clock. I'm Paul Rasmussen. Temperatures below freezing combined with overnight snowfall produced slick roads and numerous accidents this morning. The biggest happened around 6:30 on the Boulevard of the Allies, Forbes Avenue off-ramp from the Parkway East. 22 vehicles piled up and 5 people were injured. Joey Janicki drives a tow truck and told KDK Radio's Marty Griffin conditions were ideal for a big accident.
The roads are wet. You can clearly see that the roads are wet. What do you think is going to happen when it's 10 degrees out? They're going to freeze. People need to be more cautious and pay more attention out here. Slow down, take your time.
The National Weather Service says the 24-hour total at the airport for snowfall is 1.2 inches. Allegheny County's 2025 budget, including a 36% property tax increase, is a done deal, and the county executive thinks the spending plan will bring new jobs. Sarah Innamarato was a guest with Natalie Benchavenga last night, and News Radio KDKA's Paul Alexander reports.
The budget included investments in current employees, CCAC, Pittsburgh Regional Transit Authority, and affordable housing. Innamarato believes this will pay off in the long run.
There are millions of new dollars that we're putting in place around economic development that were never there in the past. And that's going to allow the county to be a great partner with the private sector. It's going to allow us to attract private dollars. It's going to allow us to create hundreds, if not thousands, of new jobs and keep people here.
The county budget included a tax increase for the first time since 2011. Paul Alexander, News Radio, KDKA.
A major investment is in the works for the site of the Century 3 Mall. News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush has details.
Lieutenant Governor Austin Davis and other local leaders are expected to announce a major investment today aimed at helping rehabilitate the former Century 3 Mall site in West Mifflin. Representatives from Moonbeam Capital, the owners of the property, are expected to be on hand to discuss the investment plans. Court battles between Moonbeam and the borough forced a judge to order the two sides to work in good faith and have the building demolished. West Mifflin Borough Council unanimously voted to condemn the property last year. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
President-elect Trump rang the opening bell at the New York Stock Exchange after being recognized by Time magazine as its Person of the Year. Before ringing the bell, Donald Trump spoke at the exchange.
I have to say, Time magazine getting this honor for the second time. I think I like it better this time, actually, because...
On Wall Street, the Dow is down 26 points at 44,123. The Nasdaq is down 25, and the S&P down 7 points. KDKA Sports. Pitt can advance from the Sweet 16 in the NCAA Women's Volleyball Tournament with a win this afternoon.
Led by 7 all East Coast players, including the Player of the Year, Olivia Babcock, and Coach of the Year, Dan Fisher, Pitt continues to host the NCAA tournament at the Peterson Event Center. They face Oregon around 3:30 this afternoon. The winner plays in the Elite Eight Saturday as the Panthers look for a 4th consecutive trip to the Final Four. Jeff Hathorn, News Radio KDKA.
The Penguins will play the Canadiens tonight at Montreal, and the Rams visit the 49ers on Thursday Night Football. The news is brought to you by P.J. Fitzpatrick. Home improvements with no interest financing if you need it. TrustPJ.com. KDKA Radio News Time, 11:04. Learn how the Inflation Reduction Act is impacting your Medicare plan next year. Contact Dina Schmidt at One Health Benefits, 724-799-8873. 23, partly sunny in Pittsburgh. AAA traffic in the AccuWeather forecast next.
Before Levin closes the book on 2024, there's a few thousand items we like to clear out. Save not 50, not 60, but 70% off closeouts, floor samples, and clearance. Plus, save an extra 20% off store-wide, and we pay your sales tax. Get up to 5-year special financing with no money down. That means our best-selling Lazy Boy reclining sofa now just $21 per month. Lazy Boy power lift chair just $15 per month. The end-of-year clearance at Levin Furniture and Levin Mattress.
You want the perfect Saturday night, Friday night, whatever night? Seriously, Oakmont. With the Oakmont Restaurant King, JK. 2 spots. Started out Saturday night at Vinny's. Insane appetizers, drinks. Right next door, Michael A's for dinner. Unbelievable handmade, homemade Italian food. Vinny's, Michael A's, Oakmont. Check it out. It rocks. From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen Gamble, what's up out there?
All right, what's up is, yes, it's cold, but the sun is out and traffic is rolling well for the most part, Marty. We do have an inbound delay on the Parkway West that greets folks right at the top of Green Tree Hill. You're in stop-and-go traffic all the way down to and through those Fort Pitt tunnels. The tame traffic gives us a chance to talk about the continuation of overhead sign inspection work. PennDOT says watch for single-lane restrictions today till about noon. This is on Route 19 in both directions at the I-79 interchange in Marshall Township. Also northbound I-79 about a mile north of the Route 60 Craft and Moon Run interchange in Kennedy could get some restrictions and around those inspection crews. And then eastbound I-376, the Parkway West exit to Ridge Road, coming inbound, exit 61 in Robinson Township. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
It's going to be windy and very cold through this afternoon with some sunshine. High temperature only 25. We'll have a partly cloudy sky tonight. A few flurries around as the night goes on, a low near 20. Clouds limiting sunshine. It will be cold tomorrow, high 30. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Brian Thompson at 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm, A-rated by the Better Business Bureau. Their award-winning team of tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to end your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other IRS actions. Make sure you're getting the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima today for a free confidential consultation. Call 800-987-6122. 800-987-6122. 800-987-6122.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Did you miss this week's Allegheny Health Network Medical Frontiers? Log on to the Allegheny Health Network website to listen to your favorite Medical Frontiers show. Visit ahn.org/Medical Frontiers podcast and look for your favorite Medical Frontiers show.
The 50,000-watt voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Man, this scares the hell out of me. Man. So 2 assassination attempts on Trump's life, one in Butler, one in West Palm Beach, Florida, as you know. Then, as you also know, Mike Kelly, congressman here, did a hell of a job with the task force trying to figure out what the hell happened and how to fix the Secret Service. So, page 131 of the report. Man. On the morning of September 15th, President Trump and a protective team departed Mar-a-Lago to head to the Trump International Golf Club. Approximately 1:30, the president was on the hole of the golf course with the Secret Service, was riding along the fence line, noticed an individual by the fence line on the external perimeter by the green. The agent noticed the suspect, later identified as Ryan Routh, and then noticed, the barrel of Routh's gun sticking through the fence line. Amazing. The special agent, who may have been as close as 5 feet away from Routh, immediately responded, firing shots toward the suspect. It is believed 6 shots were fired. Missed every time from 5 feet away. Man. I'm an idiot. I don't know guns. I haven't fired a gun in years, but that seems like a problem. Ron Layton is brilliant, is an insane marksman, and worked for 4 presidents in the Secret Service. Ron, when you read this, how do you react?
Hey, Marty, good afternoon. Thanks for having me back on KDKA. I'm fundamentally reading this and seeing this at the same time that you are. And so obviously it looks like, you know, you almost have to go out of your way to miss 6 times at 5 feet.
Wow.
So my first, at first glance, we had heard that the agent saw the barrel of a gun and fired shots.
Right.
So, you know, these things are so hard when you read a report. Are we reasonably certain that when the agent started to fire the shots, that the distance from the agent to the would-be assailant was 5 feet?
Right.
Are we sure of that? I don't know.
Right.
So I almost want a little bit more information. But look, fundamentally, if you were on the president's detail, and I don't know if this person was, because there are a lot of ancillary groups that show up, but the point is the shooting standards are, you know, you've got to qualify with that weapon every month. Now, there's a difference here in D.C., and it's kind of like inside baseball. So we found out that for the Trump team, there were agents that had missed qualifications.
Yes.
They had missed qualifications because they weren't home. They were out and they were traveling 3 weeks, and then they got rolled over, and they missed the qualification dates and had to hurry up and get it in before the Butler visit. In D.C., if you are a Presidential Protective Division agent, one of the things that you have available to you, there's a range about 5 blocks from the actual White House. So depending on how you're working that day, you can walk down and you can qualify. And those agents almost never miss qualifications because there's so much that the general public doesn't realize with respect to structure. But we're still talking about a former detail. So one of the things that's associated is all of the structures that support formers are just not the same as the structures that support the former presidents. So the point is, and I'm not making excuses.
No.
But yeah, I'm not making excuses here. I would want a little bit more information. And the other thing too is I don't know all of the assets that showed up for an OTR on Mr. Trump's golf course. But I can tell you this fundamentally. They're not the same people. And I've tried to go over that before. They they don't come with the same capabilities. This is not an excuse to miss a guy at 5 feet that you think poses an imminent threat to you or an imminent threat to a protectee. That's the standard for the use of deadly force.
Hey, Ron. So it's one thing. If it's an old guy in the middle of the night, someone breaks into his house, he grabs a gun, it's dark, he hasn't shot a gun in 30 years, he misses. Right? This is different, right?
Oh, no. This is very different. There's no excuse for this.
Yeah.
I will tell you personally, painfully for me, the Secret Service switched pistols about 5 or 6 years ago. But ironically, in my humble opinion, the pistol that they have now is actually easier to shoot than the last one. I would also tell you it's less effective, but that's just Ron's opinion. But the point is, there's no excuse for this. But very clearly, when you have the congressman on, he will likely detail that there are systemic and structural changes that need to be made, not just writ large to the agency, from the leadership perspective all the way down to the rank and file agent, but also the way in which the Secret Service addresses former presidents needs and has to change. That's one of the things that, that task force did a great job, but to me, that's the finding that is going to be most critical. The way that this agency not only protects the president, but protects former presidents has to come in line with modern day threats. The organization is understaffed, money, all those things that we've talked about. And a lot of times when you see a failure like this, Marty, it's not usually just one thing. It's a series of things that lead up to it. But I don't in any way want to excuse this.
No.
If the agent fired from 5 feet away, and I'm still not sure about that, then I don't know how to explain that.
Hey, man, how about this, though, what I've heard from cops? In a moment of panic, like they always say, well, why did you unload your whole magazine? In a moment of panic, they've done studies, and that's what happens. Could the cops say, this is what happens when you panic and you miss from 5 feet? Could you say
Marty, Marty, I've been a firearms instructor for more than 20 years and have seen lots of things with weapons. Yeah. And so I know of cases with friends from other agencies that when they've examined their gun after a critical incident, after a shooting, the officer or the trooper thought that he fired all the 16 rounds in his weapon, and the truth is he never had one in the barrel and didn't fire one round. And so you say, how does that happen? Like, why is the national rate for police shootings basically 60 or 70% misses? It's because of stress-induced, immediate stress. And people always want to talk about fight or flight. It's not that. It's four things. But all of these things contribute to things like not being able to see your front sights, jerking your trigger. All of those kinds of things and a bunch of other things contribute to guys missing their targets. It actually happens more frequently than you would think.
Would you have missed from 5 feet away 6 shots, sir?
Really,
Hell
Marty?
no.
No.
Come on, man.
Come on.
Ron Layton, thanks, brother.
Why would you ask me that?
Because I know the answer.
There you go.
Thanks,
brother. And I do too.
All right, man.
Thanks, Marty.
The absolute best. He could have taken him out with his hands. He's has like a 13th degree in Taekwondo and karate, and he's an amazing man. Wow. This is all very disconcerting, by the way. From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic powered by Bowser. Ellen Gamble, what's up?
We have an accident for folks. This is on 51 Sawmill Run Boulevard near the intersection with Whited Street. We are seeing heavy traffic in that area, backing better than halfway down to the intersection with Route 88. So if you are planning to use 51 northbound to come out of Brentwood or Whitehall or Castle Shannon via Route 88 at this hour, might want to use the back roads and avoid that because there definitely are traffic delays for you there. Parkway West inbound has slowdowns at the top of Green Tree Hill. You'll line up on the Parkway East inbound solidly at Edgewood, Swissvale. AAA traffic on the 5s from LGKG Injury Lawyers. LGKG, your home team. Visit LGKG.com. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
All the news you need for your day and the sports, music, and podcasts you love are all on the free Odyssey app. Download now.
With a 90-year reputation, LGKG is known for its highest standards and ethics among injury attorneys. I promise you, we're different from the others. Fighting for the little guy is what we do. I'm Joe George. Find us at LGKG.com as we expand into Pittsburgh. LGKG, your home team.
This portion of the show is sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Visit them at awaken180weightloss.com.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I like the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now. I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code LIMO for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code LIMO for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code LIMO.
A lot of folks like to bake for the holidays, cookies, cakes, all that stuff. We're not bakers. I love eating the stuff. I love trying the stuff, but making the stuff, I just don't. It takes too much time. We're not that good at it. You know who is? Oakland Bakery. Cakes, cookies, holiday treats, bread, rolls, everything for the big feast. Oakmont Bakery. Put your orders in now for Christmas. Oakmont Bakery, the best ever. Check it out. Every time I go into the offices of Physical, that's F-Y-Z-I-C-A-L, in Monroeville, where I get physical therapy, to help my balance, I see a room full of patients waiting that heard how much it's helped me on this talk show. And it's so rewarding. F-Y-Z-I-C-A-L, 412-457-8200, right behind the Monroeville Mall. Look, I had chemo and radiation, jacked up my balance. It doesn't anymore. Physical, F-Y-Z-I-C-A-L. It works.
Ready for an escape from the everyday? Hi, this is Larry Richard. The Bradenton area on Florida's west coast is welcoming visitors. Their world-famous beaches have been restored to their pristine states. Beloved island businesses are bouncing back faster than expected. And their signature Floridian cuisine is just as fresh as ever. Don't wait. Start planning your visit today at BradentonGolfIslands.com.
Big news, Pittsburgh. G&G Fitness Equipment is moving out of its McKnight location, and everything must be cleared out. Right now, save up to 70% off premium fitness equipment, treadmills, ellipticals, home gyms, and more. Visit them at 7725 McKnight Road. That's 15237. Take advantage of these massive discounts before they're gone. Once it's out the door, it's gone for good. Don't wait. This opportunity won't last. Visit ggfitness.com for more details.
2D Mechanical Systems, Pittsburgh's HVAC, plumbing, and electric leaders, is a family business that I truly admire. 2D culture is built on ethics, service, and making a difference in our community. 2D Mechanical Systems, they're the people you want working in your home.
Pittsburgh's 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Man, that stuff with the Secret Service is disheartening as hell, man. I got to give love to Mike Kelly, the congressman. Man. This could save a president's life. No BS. One of my boys is Mike Fisher, a scanner, Pittsburgh scanner. He sent me this very unsettling sound from a very unsettling area. And listen to this first, then we'll grab Mike to kind of explain what's happening and how we need to address this further. Listen.
Base to Rescue 1. Rescue 1. Medic 5, Rescue 1 to E1 detail, 5's district, with police and first responders. Outside of Presby's parking garage, 3500 Terrace Street, between Dara and Lothrop. Again, it's on Terrace Street. It's going to be a vehicle pedestrian accident, unknown extent of injuries.
One more time, please, for folks. This is a very familiar area. That's why I wanted you to hear this again. It's actually scary.
Base to Rescue 1. Rescue 1. Medic 5, Rescue 1 to E1 detail, 5's district, with police and first responders. Outside of Presby's parking garage, 3500 Terrace Street, between Dara and Lothrop. Again, it's on Terrace Street. It's going to be a vehicle pedestrian accident, unknown extent of injuries.
Wow. You know what, man? This is bad stuff. Brother Mike, how are you, sir?
Good, Marty. How are you?
This is very disheartening.
Oh, boy, it seems like we just talked about this, didn't we?
Man, Mike.
Seems very familiar.
Okay, so for reference, my man Mike works right in that area. How many accidents, fatal, have you seen? How many pedestrians hit have you seen there?
Within the past just couple years?
Yeah.
4, with at least 3 fatalities.
Jesus. Right there, and when you sent me the pics, it's kind of exactly the same area, right?
Yeah, it's about 50 feet where the person was killed last week.
And the same thing, person hit by a car.
Person hit by a car.
What is it? Can you wrap your arms around this man at all?
It's a bad intersection. It's a bad stretch of road. It's poorly marked. It's wide open. It's 4 lanes. Do you believe that road I sent you, Marty, is 4 lanes?
Whoa.
It is 4 lanes of traffic. It does. You don't see it as 4 lanes of traffic, but it is, because that's where we are today.
I go up there for treatment and checkups on cancer, and coming out of the parking garages, it is 4 lanes, and it's really sketch, and it's really hard to navigate it. Forget about me, though. This pedestrian, were they killed? I apologize for not asking that first. That's the most important.
This person was not killed.
Okay.
Because I am X 2-digit feet away from that, the person, we initially thought the person fell.
Oh.
We thought the person fell. She's like, no, again, I'll be fine. I just sit for a minute. I'm a little shaken up. Okay. We offered examination, EMS. I'm like, yeah, let's get the medics started. Then she came out. She was sitting right on the corner. And we said, well, let's get you checked, because I didn't like it. Let's get you checked. And she refused transport to the hospital, but she was hit by a car. She eventually told the medics, I was hit by a car. They just kept going. I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, they kept going?
They kept going.
Oh.
Like I said, if someone stopped there, we'd see a vehicle, then we'd say, hey, what's happening? Oh, I hit the person. Okay. Kept going.
So people know the reference point. It's right there in Oakland. It's right there where the hospitals are, and it's up at the top of the hill, pretty much, right?
Yep, Cardiac Hill. Love it.
Exactly.
Walk it every day.
Hey, Mike, I don't know if there's a solution to this. Is there, other than pay attention?
If things stay the way it is, it's pay attention, but good luck with that. Well, I guess I'll talk to you next week then when this happens again. But this needs to be redesigned with our Department of Mobility and Infrastructure. Yeah. This is a problem. I don't know what the criteria is. Maybe we need a few more people to meet the quota. I don't know, Marty.
I don't either. So 4 deaths, and then this would be the fifth person hit in less than what? What period of time, brother?
Oh, there has been many people hitting that intersection, but this is the ones I've been listening to.
Yep. Thanks, my man. I appreciate you, brother.
I mean, this is 2 in a week.
2 in a week? Yeah,
2 in a week.
The other one was fatal.
Last one was fatal.
God. Brother Mike.
Pit employee.
Brother Mike, thank you.
Thanks, Marty.
For now, 2 things. If you work up there, you got to kind of slow it down, man. And if you don't, we got to get someone. I'm going to reach out to the folks at UPMC because they're very engaged in this stuff to see if they have any thoughts on this. Mike's been amazing, but to imagine that he's seen these fatal accidents. Patrick, who was the reporter from Channel 11? She's been at how many fatal accidents right there? How many?
Gabrielle DeLuca. She's been there for at least 3.
At least 3 fatal?
At least 3 fatal.
Jesus. Same spot.
Well, and Mike was saying he knew 3 of the victims who died there.
Oh, Jesus. It's horrible. Just for now, folks, before they do anything substantive to that area, you got to just slow it down. And that's the best I can do. It's rough.
It's the most wonderful time of the year to save at Spitzer Toyota Monroeville. Pind is leading the way with our great deals during Toyota-thon. Get our biggest savings of the year on every new Toyota. Plus, with any new Toyota vehicle purchase, you'll get the Spitzer Shield. That includes a lifetime powertrain warranty and complimentary maintenance with oil changes. Hurry, come see one of the largest new Tacoma and Tundra selections in Western PA.
Whack more, spend less at Spitzer Toyota Monroeville.
Our world revolves around you. See dealer for details.
Happy holiday savings at Coons Market.
Sugardale semi-bonus whole hams, $1.19 a pound. Sunkist navel oranges, 8 for $2. And essential everyday butter, 1 pound quarters, $2.69 each. Come see us at Coons.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hi, I'm Dr. Peter Stahl, board-certified urologist and senior vice president of men's sexual health at HIMSS. In my 12 years of practice as a reproductive urologist, I've helped many guys with ED, and it has never been more convenient to treat than it is right now, thanks to HIMSS. It really wasn't easy before. You had to take time out of your day, come to a physical office, and see a specialist like me in person. Now, through HIMSS.com, you can get world-class sexual health care and a full range of treatment options for ED through a 100% online process. It starts with a free assessment from a medical provider licensed in your state who can determine if ED treatment is right for you. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. So don't wait. Join the hundreds of thousands of guys who've gotten help for their ED through HIMSS.
To start your free online visit and find ED treatment at up to 95% off brand name prices, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit.
From the Aetna Medicare Solutions Studio.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's 23, partly sunny skies and windy at 11:30. I'm Paul Rasmussen. 22 vehicles collided this morning on the ramp from the Parkway East to the Boulevard of the Allies and Forbes Avenue. This happened around 6:30. Tow truck driver Joey Janicki told KDK Radio's Marty Griffin it was a mess.
Those cars were packed in there so tight, even with the EMTs, the fire department that's on scene. It was even a struggle for those guys to get to the people that couldn't get out of their cars.
5 people with minor injuries were taken to a hospital. Janicki says the ramp was icy after overnight snowfall. The Bedford Dwellings public housing complex in the Hill District could soon see an upgrade. News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush has that.
The Pittsburgh Urban Redevelopment Authority will consider approving $9 million in loans today as part of several actions involving the second phase of a major campaign to replace Bedford Dwellings. The effort is being led by Trek Development Group, which is close to completing 123 units as part of the first phase of the redevelopment project, with hopes of starting the 180-unit second phase in April. The development group also plans a 60-unit senior apartment building featuring 1 and 2 bedrooms for low-income residents. Trek will handle 550 of the units over 5 phases. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
Affordable housing is a Gainey administration priority, but critics on city council are opposing Ed Gainey's bill to add inclusionary zoning citywide. Right now, it is in effect in 4 neighborhoods where at least 10% of all new housing units must be affordable. Councilmember Bob Charlin told KDKA-TV he has introduced a bill to let the neighborhoods decide whether they want inclusionary zoning and to also offer developers incentives to meet requirements.
A mandate on developers without subsidy is just a hope and a dream.
Deputy Mayor Jake Pollack calls those subsidies a giveaway to developers. On Wall Street, the Dow is up 3 points at 44,152. The Nasdaq is ahead, make that down now 49 points, and the S&P is down 8. KDKA Radio News Time, 11:32. Our next update at noon on the Voice of Pittsburgh, News Radio KDKA.
Honey, I found the perfect place for my parents and us.
Where?
St. Barnabas. For us, the Woodlands Carriage Home Community. And for my parents, condominium-style living at the Village. My folks will love the Village. There's an indoor mall with shops, restaurants, and more. And we can relax, knowing they're safe and secure.
That's what I plan to do when we move to St. Barnabas. Relax.
Call 724-444-5568 or visit stbarnabascommunities.com.
Julian Gray and I became good friends when my parents passed. And in those difficult times, I'll tell you what he did. He got us through it. Seriously, with estate planning, unbelievable. With managing the taxes, unbelievable. With a will, unbelievable. This is what they do, folks. They're certified elder law attorneys, and they are committed to helping you with legal issues and protecting your family. Julian Gray is the best I've ever known. I have gone in his office in a frenzy, worried about taxes, about the estate, about how to manage money, about how to manage my future. And Julian Gray and his people answer those questions. They're the best going. GrayOuterLaw.com, GrayOuterLaw.com, 412-458-6000, 412-458-6000. The best.
Window Nation customers have been singing our praises for years. With fast local service and an industry-leading 96% customer satisfaction rating, it's no wonder. Get 50% off all windows and 0% interest for 6 years. Schedule a free estimate now. Call 866-90-NATION or visit windownation.com. That's 866-90-NATION. Window Nation is a proud partner of the Pittsburgh Penguins. Receive a pair of Penguins tickets with the purchase of a house of windows.
If you're drowning in IRS debt and can't afford to pay, then you need to take advantage of special IRS tax programs that are available and free yourself from IRS collection efforts once and for all. Due to the financial hardship consumers are facing throughout the country, the Internal Revenue Service has made it easier to settle delinquent tax problems. An open phone line has been established by Community Tax for consumers to call and see if they qualify. Take down this number or store it in your cell phone, but call the Community Tax Helpline at 800-254-4574. 24. If you owe back taxes to the IRS and cannot afford to pay them back, or even if you have years of unfiled tax returns, there's no need to fear anymore. But you have to call the Community Tax Helpline today at 800-254-4574 for the help that you need. Don't take on the IRS alone. They can attack your wages, savings, pension, home, and even your Social Security check. Call 800-254-4574 for your free consultation and to see if you qualify. That's 800-254-4574.
From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic powered by Bowser. Ellen Gamble, what's up?
All right, thanks, Marty. We have a couple of accidents out on area roads, the worst of which seems to be this accident on 51 Sawmill Run Boulevard. It's northbound. It's as you're approaching the very busy intersection with Whited Street and Nobles Lane. You are getting in line on northbound 51 before you reach the intersection with Route 88, and traffic is just getting by this accident scene with a single lane of traffic. Wreckers on the scene, police and EMS. Southbound traffic is unaffected but slow in that area. Reports of an accident outbound or eastbound on the Parkway East around the Churchill interchange. Parkway East on the inbound ride is slow for you at Edgewood Swissvale. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred roofing replacement contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Windy and very cold into this afternoon with some sunshine, high 25. Partly cloudy tonight. There will be a few flurries around late, a low temperature around 20, and mostly cloudy and cold tomorrow, high near 30. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Brian Thompson, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Hi, this is Father Tom Burke of the Diocese of Pittsburgh. Join me for Catholic Education Plus. We have an inspiring Christmas music episode to tap for future concert selections of our own Catholic schools. Catholic Education Plus airs this Sunday morning at 6:30 on KDKA Radio.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
All right, Thursday it is. We got lots going on. Lisa Loro joins in the 2 o'clock hour, our good news segment of the week. So much more as we trudge through almost the weekend. Colin Dunlap, 2 to 6, right here, KDK.
Yeah, talk about my license plate, but I got to get to Jim first about this intersection. Go ahead, Jim.
Yes, Marty, that is Dara and Terrace, right?
Yep, it is, sir. It is.
I'll tell you, well, that's catty-corner where that person was. That's catty-corner from the Pete.
Yeah.
I've been up there many times for events, basketball games, park in the BST lot. That's for handicapped people.
Yes, sir.
But I'll tell you, that's extremely confusing.
It is.
First of all,
he's right.
There are three crosswalks that go across there.
It's true.
One on the side where the parking garage is. One Sarah Street, and another one further down next to Sutherland Drive. Now, when the pit police are out there for events, they help to control it, but I've seen it where they put one of these pedestrian crosswalk signs, only they only put it on one of the crosswalks, and the other two, they don't put it down, so the driver's coming through there, and there's 4 lanes, because you got a lane that feeds the parking garage. You got a lane that goes straight through it, and then you got, on the other side, you've got a lane that goes for a left turn down the hill, and then there's another one you go straight across over towards Carlo. And anyway, one of the other things that I see, there's a bus stop.
He's right.
Right in front of the parking garage.
There is.
And I see the buses stop right there, and then the people are getting out of the bus or whatever. So people will get into the crosswalk trying to go around the bus, and boom, you've got traffic right there. Now the police. The pit police try to do the best they can to control that.
I've seen
but that is a waiting, and there's absolutely, I think there might be one stop sign marked there, maybe 2 coming up the hill. I can't remember the total number, but it begs to have pedestrian lights and a crosswalk study done. Man, it's just a mess, and it's amazing there aren't more there. I've seen it many times. My wife is handicapped. Trying to get her across there when we go to the games was a real trip. I'm telling you. You know, you have to have eyes in the back of your head and trying to determine if someone's coming up there to make a turn.
No, you're right.
If someone's straight across, it's extremely dangerous. And I'm going to suggest to I'm a civil engineer. Structural is my sub-discipline, but our senior design group, they have a capstone design group in our civil engineering, and I'm going to suggest that this be one of the things that they study. They do these different projects around Oakland every year as part of their senior project.
Oh, wow.
But this would be a good transportation engineers in the group to come in and really study that intersection. They've done things down around the library and Schenley Park and all over Pittsburgh, actually.
Keep me in the loop, brother. I love this. Keep me in the loop, please, Jim. Thanks, brother.
Yeah, you're welcome. Bye-bye.
Great stuff. And he's right on about everything he said. Along the lines of transportation, this affects thousands of people. So something happened with a batch of paint or something with license plates. Who the hell knows? But it happened with thousands of drivers in Pennsylvania. And the numbers, the laminate, whatever the hell you want to call it, on the plate peels off. And the weather got to mine, and it just blew off. I don't know what's today, Thursday, so it blew off probably last Friday or this Monday. And I couldn't find it. It didn't matter anyway. It was worthless. The problem is you can't see the numbers. It can't be scanned by the cops. It can't be scanned by the turnpike. And if they pull you over, it's a $100 fine. So I end up finding out how you get this done. You got to fill out an application, send off a form. It takes 3 months, unless you're a AAA. And one of my favorite people, the James gang, I always called him, Jim Garrity with AAA, kind of saved my life on this. And because thousands of people are affected, it's a much easier process, and they have a much better way to do it, and it's cool. Jim Garrity, what's up, brother?
Thanks for having me on, Marty.
So this is an issue for a lot of folks, right?
So, interestingly, Marty, we started doing these events at some of our AAA branches where people can come and we expedite the process. We bring all the factors to one area, and hundreds of people show up at these events.
Yep.
Where we help them peel or fix their peeling license plates. So there's definitely something out there.
Yeah. So I call you. Let's go through the process, because you don't just have to go to a local police station, get a cop to sign it, and then it takes 3 months to get it. There's a process here that's actually easier. Tell us what we can do.
Yeah, so, and just for context, like you were saying, there can be a $100 fine if you get pulled over for it. And PennDOT determines a registration plate to be, quote-unquote, illegible, right? When from 50 feet away, it shows any blistering, peeling, discoloration, loss of reflectivity, and just generally you can't read it. That can historically, if a member of law enforcement determines that your plate is peeling and it's illegible, you're eligible for a free replacement. And a couple months ago, Marty, they actually expanded it not just to police, but also like a local mechanic shop that is certified for state inspections. What we do at our AAA branch, because I guarantee you there's people who are listening with a peeling license plate.
Yep.
Call your local branch. We'll get you set up with all the forms you need to get the process going. We'll walk you through the process to get you a replacement right there at our branches.
And by the way, they actually hand you a damn plate, right?
Yeah, and the easiest way for people to do this is give us a call. We'll get you the forms you need. Maybe call your local police station or your local mechanic who's certified. Set up an appointment, get them to sign off on that form, and then we'll get you set up.
Because otherwise, Jim, it could take a couple months. Because someone told me it took 3 months to get their plate.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, we try to make it as easy as we can for our members. And going into next year, we're going to be doing more of these events. Probably starting around the springtime, around Western Pennsylvania. You know, everyone knows where their local AAA branch is. But we're going to be holding these events where we bring law enforcement to the scene. We have the forms ready to go. All you have to do is show up. They'll give it a look over. They'll determine whether or not you're eligible for that free replacement, and then we'll get that form in the mail.
It's kind of annoying, but you are obligated by law to get it done, aren't you, sir?
Well, again, if you get pulled over, I mean, that's a $100 fine that you don't want to be facing.
You know how many? What was it? Was it bad paint, or do you even know, Jim?
No, I don't. That's a great question for PennDOT. But it's like I said, we get hundreds of people showing up, so there's something going on.
Thanks, brother. It's a great plan, and I thank you guys. You people in the South Hills, man, they were amazing, amazing kindness and information. Thanks, brother.
Yeah, great branch. Thanks, Marty. Appreciate it.
Jim Garrity, the James Gang, one of my favorite people. He was a hell of a reporter. He really was. He was very, very talented and does a fantastic job with AAA. The reason why I told you this today is because I had no idea that you go to AAA and get a plate. I'm just an idiot. And they were amazing. They were kind. I swear it took less than 20 minutes, and it didn't take 3 months. But the police department in Lebo is very cool about it. Officer looks at it, signs it, take it to AAA. Or, I didn't know this either, Patrick, an inspection guy, I guess. So your gas station or wherever you go to get your car inspected, you can do it too.
Yep, as long as they do PA inspections, they can do it.
Makes sense. All right, folks, check it out. From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen Gamble, what's up?
All right, Marty, what's up is we finally have a little bit of good news for folks who are trying to use Route 51. This is Sawmill Run Boulevard near the intersection with Whitehead Street and Nobles Lane. We've had an accident working there. Crews have just cleared it from the northbound side of the highway at that intersection, but the backlogs do remain. You want to leave a little bit of extra time as you're traveling northbound on 51 as you're getting in line right around Route 88 before that intersection where the accident has just been cleared. Southbound is heavy in that area as well. Parkway West inbound, you're stacking up right at the top of Green Tree Hill, heading into those Fort Pitt tunnels. Parkway East inbound, the lineup begins for you right around Edgewood Swissvale as you're making your way toward the Squirrel Hill tunnels. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Did you know that now you can listen to all your favorite stations, including this one, shows, and even podcasts, all on the Odyssey app? Download it now.
Hey, folks, it's Marty. You've heard me say Voss TV and Appliance. What a great company. Best family-owned business. 64 years at it. Huge selection. Guaranteed lowest prices. Exceptional service. That even better before the holidays with amazing year-end specials. Save up to 50% off. Rebates up to $2,000. Plus, free delivery and free haul away of your old TV and appliance. Call or visit Voss. 412-650-VOSS. 412-650-VOSS.
The holidays are happening at Diamonds Direct. Still rushing to finish your holiday shopping? Don't worry, we've got you covered. This weekend only, it's our last chance sale with 20% off virtually everything. Earrings, bracelets, pendants, and more. Plus special financing options up to 5 years. But don't wait, this is your final opportunity to find the perfect gift at the best value before the holidays. Plus special designer appearances. Visit us during extended holiday hours or shop online and pick up in store. Our 20% off last chance sale ends Sunday. Learn more at diamondsdirect.com.
Uh-oh, Brad's buzzed.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's starting with the whoops. And now a speech.
I just want to say that friendship is about heart and brain. Who's with me?
Good thing is, he knows when he's buzzed.
And my brain is saying, when it's time to go home, somebody call me a ride.
Love that guy.
Me too.
Know your buzzed warning signs? Call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
California Psychics is the real deal. They helped me out, totally changed my attitude, totally got me psyched to start my business and to take a new path in my life.
At California Psychics, we only connect our customers with the best. We reject 98% of the psychics who apply to us, so we guarantee if your reading isn't life-changing, it's free. New customers receive 20 minutes for just $20. So experience the joy of certainty at CaliforniaPsychics.com.
While you sleep, there are people you've never met who are working hard to make your morning. People who get up at ungodly hours to make sure you get the information you want while you sleep. People who dedicate their lives to make yours better while you sleep. These people come together during the Big K Morning Show with Larry Richard, 5:30 to 10 in the morning, to make sure you have the best news, traffic, and weather to start your day. Wake up to your friends. Weekday mornings on the Voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
What's your favorite way to spend time? With family, friends, grabbing some alone time because you need a little space from your family and friends? One thing's for sure, it's not an unexpected stay at the hospital. Unfortunately, last year, flu and COVID hospitalized 1.3 million adults, and nearly 1 million of them were 65 or older. So get your updated vaccines and don't let flu or COVID interrupt your life. Risk less. Do more. Get started at vaccines.gov. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Brotherhood of Rock. Now they celebrate 25 years. Styx. Kevin Cronin, former lead singer of REO Speedwagon. Special
special guest Don Felder, formerly of the Eagles, August 10th, the Pavilion at Star Lake. Tickets on sale Friday at 10 a.m. at LiveNation.com. Sticks, Kevin Cronin, Don Felder, Brotherhood of Rock.
Wesley is a truck driver.
I drive a truck, and I love what I do.
A truck driver with IRS troubles.
They told me I owed them $43,000.
It got really bad.
Quite a few letters in the mail. They were talking about wage garnishment, coming after my house, my car. Yeah, they don't play around. I seriously thought that I was going to lose everything.
One sleepless night, Wesley finally made a call to Optima Tax Relief at 2 a.m.
Kind of figured I'd get a machine, but I didn't. I actually got to talk to an actual person in the middle of the night.
He found just what he was looking for.
Oh, they were great people. You need a team of people that know what they're doing. Optima Tax, they know what they're doing.
Optima Tax Relief came through with flying colors.
I saved an incredible amount of money. Happy don't even come close. I was absolutely overjoyed.
Take Wesley's advice.
If you're in any kind of trouble with the IRS, call Optima Tax Relief. Don't trust anybody else.
Call Optima for a free consultation. Call 800-987-6122. 800-987-6122. 800-987-6122.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
And now for a business news update from the Pittsburgh Business Times. I'm managing editor Mike Larson. The Heinz Endowments is adding $750,000 to close a funding gap for a proposal to redevelop the former Pact building at 120 Cecil Way downtown in an affordable housing redevelopment. Pittsburgh Scholar House, a partner in the project with its main developer, Beacon Communities, announced that it secured the funding from the Heinz Endowments, adding to the $2.5 million it secured in August for the project. $1.5 million from the Henry Hillman Foundation and $1 million from the Richard King Mellon Foundation, pushing the total past the $3 million needed for the project. Also, Brandon Mendoza, who provided a key voice for Pittsburgh's development community on the issues of affordable housing and zoning review fees, among others, as the executive director of NIAP Pittsburgh before joining the Master Builders Association of Western Pennsylvania last year, is set to leave town to lead the Erie Regional Chamber in growing partnership. Mendoza is set to start in the new post next month in the new year. For more on these stories and other local business news, log on to PittsburghBusinessTimes.com. I'm Mike Larson.
Hear about it, then talk about it. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
I really don't want to make this about me, but once my license plate started peeling, I realized that there are thousands of people that have this problem. Something to do with the paint. Something happened. There's a rumor floating out there that the Wolf administration picked some paint that might have been more environmentally safe, which would make sense to me that they would make that decision. And now these license plates are all jacked up. I didn't know till yesterday when I went to AAA that they could actually give you a license plate there. I had no idea. I thought it took 2 months. And then they told me they recently had permission to give out the plates and that they'll do that. And they're wonderful people. They just are. It's really helpful. And I asked actually a couple cops. Most cops are not going to write you a ticket for this. They're going to say, come on, man, go get this fixed. One of my boys who goes unnamed painted his own plate. Oh, I love that. It's actually brilliant. Ryan, go ahead.
Yeah, I have two things. So
Yeah,
I recently had that. Hello?
Yeah, go ahead, buddy.
Okay. Two things. I recently had the same exact thing happen. It was pretty easy. Like, I work from home, so like I went down to the notary, and they'll give you the paper or whatever, and then you just go up to the police station, they'll sign it. But while I was at the notary, I was like, why is this happening? And they said to me that I guess prior to whenever this started happening, all the license plates were made by the Department of Corrections.
Uh-huh.
Like people in jail would make license plates.
Yeah, I remember that was old. Yeah, old school stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I was curious. Like, is this a separate problem from that? Because that's when it all started happening. I guess this new company, they peel so much more easily. I don't know about the paint or anything, but
We're looking. We're trying to find out because it's a hell of a question, and I don't know, but it sucks. Hey, how long did it take you to get your plate?
Not long. I mean, like a day.
Oh, really?
They had it ready. Yeah, it was super quick. So either AAA or I'm sure a notary, a mechanic you mentioned. You know, it's super easy. Yeah, some DMV place.
Ryan, was it the weather that did it to yours?
I've had the same license plate for like 5 years.
Oh wow!
But it just started doing it like recently. So I don't know, but I guess the newer plates are made by some other company or whatever. So I don't know if this one goes within like 2-3 years, then it's the new company that does it.
No,
I don't know.
Thanks, Ryan. It's good stuff, brother.
All right, thanks, man.
It really is annoying. All right. So, any idea why this has happened? No. It's all right. That's all right. It's takes a lot of time. There's some fees associated with it. There's some fees associated with it, but notary, inspection place, you got to get it done. It's illegal. Oh, wow. One of my boys, the police commander, who I love to death, and a state rep and a magistrate had 2 events in West End this past summer. They brought paperwork for people, and this police commander, who I love, signed off on it. All right. It's a hassle, though. Jane, go ahead.
This is Jean, but I just called in. You was talking about license plates.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
I got one delivered to me the other day. I had not even asked for because my license plate was absolutely nothing wrong with. But I'm old. I don't drive that much, but it just came in the mail.
Oh, wow. Oh, good for you. But you don't have the paint problem. All right. One more call. I knew a lot of people were affected by this. That's why I wanted to bring it up. Joe, go ahead.
Hey, Marty, what's up, man? How's it going?
All right, brother.
I know exactly what happened with those plates.
Go.
One jag off to another.
Please.
I'm pretty sure that Summer Lee got some advice from that chick Greta, and they got an environmentally DEI contract to make that paint, man. So have a good one, man.
I love Joe. Oh, man, is he funny? All right, real quick, Patrick.
So the simple answer is, they no longer paint them. So old school, we used to paint the license plates. The prisoners would do that and all that. Now it's a laminate overlay, and the laminate just hasn't held up to the elements.
There you go.
Simple as that.
My man. All right. Hey, we're going to talk about these. You got to hear these, Bethany, Sarah Innamarato comments about paying her people a living wage. You got to hear this stuff. You can't miss it. Coming up.
Honored to win the Marconi Award as the best news talk station in the country. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
The Village at St. Barnabas, the perfect place for mom.
Learn how the Inflation Reduction Act will affect your Medicare plan in 2025. Dina Schmid, founder of One Health Benefits, is an expert in navigating all Medicare plan options and providing you with a complete comprehensive plan that best fits your needs. With over 2 decades of experience, Dina makes sure you're well covered and there's never a fee for her services. Call One Health Benefits today, 724-799-8873, 724-799-8873. Learn more at onehealthbenefits.com.
Tune in to KDKA at midnight on Christmas Eve for a special midnight mass from St. Michael Church of Saints, Joachim and Ann Parish in Elizabeth. Christmas has special meanings, and this annual Christmas Mass broadcast is proudly presented by Rome Monument, a company that knows about special meanings. As the Tri-State's largest memorial company founded by Michael Diagardi, Rome Monument is a 4th-generation family-owned business. Their special Christmas gift is providing a Christmas Eve Mass broadcast on KDKA. Merry Christmas from the Diagardi family.
Your son is right here. Can you please stand up?
From the hit television series on E! Entertainment.
He just said
to me. That's my mother. I just saw him lean down and kiss you.
Meet Matt Frazier, America's top psychic medium, for a special evening of live psychic readings.
He says to me that here in this world, you are always on him and on him and on him and on him.
January 21st.
I really hope you help you.
At Roxy and Theater. Matt Frazier, America's top psychic medium. Get tickets now at roxyandtheater.com.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare Solutions Studio.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's 23 and partly sunny. 12 o'clock now. I'm Paul Rasmussen. Temperatures below freezing combined with overnight snowfall, and that produced slick roads and numerous accidents this morning. The biggest happened around 6:30 on the Boulevard of the Allies Forbes Avenue off-ramp from the Parkway East. 22 vehicles piled up and 5 people were injured. Joey Janicki drives a tow truck and told KDKA Radio's Marty Griffin conditions were ideal for a big accident.
The roads are wet. You can clearly see that the roads are wet. What do you think is going to happen when it's 10 degrees out? They're going to freeze. People need to be more cautious and pay more attention out here. Slow down, take your time.
The National Weather Service says the 24-hour snowfall total at the airport is 1.2 inches. A major investment for the Century 3 Mall site was unveiled in West Mifflin today. News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush was there.
Lieutenant Governor Austin Davis says they're reinventing the mall once again, transforming an eyesore to a sustainable economic generator.
I'm proud that the state has invested $1 million in funding to keep this project moving forward. This $1 million grant will help retain 5 local construction jobs and create 150 new ones in future mixed-use development.
Davis says the redevelopment will create jobs, promote economic growth, and support local communities in western Pennsylvania. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
Tanger Outlets has reopened after a 2-day closure due to a power surge. The outdoor mall in South Strabane, Washington County was mostly back to business as usual Wednesday afternoon. An Observer Reporter story says fire crews called to Tanger Outlets Monday morning found a power surge was underway. It caused electrical damage in 5 suites. Outlet stores were forced to close while electricians worked to resolve the issue. The White House says the president is granting the largest single-day act of clemency in modern history and issuing dozens of pardons.
Biden is pardoning 39 people who he says have shown successful rehabilitation. He's also commuting the sentences of 1,500 people who are serving long prison sentences. Many of them, the president says, would receive lower sentences if they were charged today.
CBS's Cammie McCormick reporting. President-elect Trump rang the opening bell at the New York Stock Exchange after being recognized by Time magazine as its Person of the Year. Before ringing the bell, Mr. Trump spoke at the exchange.
I have to say, Time magazine getting this honor for the second time. I think I like it better this time, actually. Because
on Wall Street, the Dow is down 78 points at 44,070. The NASDAQ is down 67 points, and the S&P is down 14. KDKA Sports. Pitt resumes play in the NCAA women's volleyball semifinals this afternoon.
It's the Sweet 16 for the Pitt volleyball team as they host Oregon around 3:30 this afternoon at the Peterson Events Center. Pitt swept a match from the Ducks on the West Coast earlier this year, but Oregon does have one distinction. They are the last team to win in Pittsburgh. That was September of last year. Jeff Hathorn, News Radio KDKA.
West Virginia is bringing former head coach Rich Rodriguez back as football coach after a 17-year hiatus. And the Rams visit the 49ers on Thursday Night Football, and the Penguins play the Canadiens tonight at Montreal. The news is brought to you by P.J. Fitzpatrick. For your home's windows, siding, doors, and bath, trust PJ.com. KDKA Radio News Time is 12:03. Time to call Goodrich and Geist. Get the good guys. Goodrich and Geist, Pittsburgh's personal injury attorneys. 23 and partly sunny in Pittsburgh. The AccuWeather forecast next.
At University of Maryland Global Campus, we give our students credit where credit is due. Credit for deciding in the middle of rush hour traffic to go back and get their bachelor's and a promotion. Credit for managing 3 kids, 2 dogs, and a full-time job to pursue an MBA. And credit for serving in the military by day so they can study cybersecurity at night. For over 75 years, we've been helping students receive the credit they deserve. With more than 135 degrees and certificates, students at UMGC can use prior learning or relevant experience to earn up to 90 credits toward a bachelor's, and graduate students can transfer up to 12 credits toward their master's. At UMGC, you'll find everything, online to hybrid courses, lifetime career services to scholarship opportunities, making your education journey flexible, fast, and affordable. Classes start soon. Learn more at umgc.edu. That's umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
Every time I go into the offices of Physical, that's F-Y-Z-I-C-A-L, in Monroeville, where I get physical therapy, to help my balance, I see a room full of patients waiting that heard how much it's helped me on this talk show. And it's so rewarding. F-Y-Z-I-C-A-L, 412-457-8200, right behind the Monroeville Mall. Look, I had chemo and radiation, jacked up my balance. It doesn't anymore. Physical, F-Y-Z-I-C-A-L. It works.
Levin Furniture and Mattresses stocked to the roof with 2024 mattresses that must be sold now. Take 20% off Overstock Simmons Beauty Rest handcrafted Grand Legacy and Serta Perfect Sleepers. Plus, we pay the sales tax. Get free box spring sheet set, pillows, and protector. And free white glove delivery and setup. Plus, a lifetime low price guarantee and 0% financing on Tempur-Pedic and Purple sleep sets. It's the great year-end mattress clearance. Now at Levin Furniture and Levin Mattress.
Hey, folks, Marty, if you're thinking about your future, think about Community College of Allegheny County. You'll be blown away by all the programs they have. It's amazing. Folks, CCAC is the place to get ready for the job of the future. Jobs that are right here in Pittsburgh. Cybersecurity, IT, gaming, advanced manufacturing, robotics, automation, and so much more. Hey, it's time to stop thinking about it and make it happen. Registration for the spring semester is now underway. Visit ccac.edu to learn more. Hey, folks, it's Marty. You've heard me say Voss TV and Appliance. What a great company. Best family-owned business. 64 years at it. Huge selection. Guaranteed lowest prices. Exceptional service. That even better before the holidays with amazing year-end specials. Saving up to 50% off. Rebates up to $2,000. Plus, free delivery and free haul away of your old TV and appliance. Call or visit Voss. 412-650-VOSS, 412-650-VOSS.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Windy and very cold into this afternoon with some sunshine, high 25. Partly cloudy tonight. There will be a few flurries around late, a low temperature around 20, and mostly cloudy and cold tomorrow, high near 30. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Brian Thompson, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Is your home ready for the holidays? Beat the holiday rush and call our cleaning heroes at Zero Res. Get 3 rooms of carpet clean starting at $129 and take $75 off your air duct cleaning. Book online anytime at ZeroResPGH.com.
The voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Man. Smithfield Street. Huh. I can spend 3 hours on Smithfield Street talking about it. Been down there at least 100 times. Oh, there's a great pizza joint down there. My boy, the Russian diamond broker, Yuri, has an insanely cool diamond store down there. He has a great pizza joint across the street. I love him. However, it's grimy, man. It's probably, and Patrick will probably kind of confirm, it's probably the grimiest street in downtown. Don't you think? Shadiest, grimiest, whatever you want to say.
Yeah, especially right along Strawberry Way.
Yep. We have been there when people were dead, overdosed. We have been threatened there, actually live. We've seen live drug deals. We probably went to the Wiener World and interviewed my man Dennis and his wife for a year and a half. We had Dennis on Smithfield Street live every day until the police showed up and helped him. It's the truth. Because they were in hysterics. His wife would cry every day on the way to the Wiener World. They're gone now. They're in the U.S. Steel Tower, UPMC Tower, and they're kicking ass. God bless them. We've seen folks defecate. I'm not exaggerating this. That's where the young girl had her head beat off the street, almost got killed. Needless to say, it hasn't been all peaches and cream on Smithfield Street. One of my boys, one of my favorite people, and one of my buddies, Adam Smeltz, who was a king reporter at the Gazette, Post-Gazette, just did a fantastic piece in Pittsburgh Magazine regarding Smithfield. All right, my man, is there hope for Smithfield? Because he knows this story as well as I do. It's kind of grimy, or it has been. Is there hope, brother?
Marty, thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, pal.
You know, we spent a few weeks, more than that, talking to folks down on Smithfield this fall, late in the summer. And by and large, there's a sense that Smithfield is beginning to turn a corner, that over the last year, over the last 18 months, that it's a bit cleaner, that it's a bit more settled, that there's more foot traffic. Some of that is attributed to the Target in the old Kaufman's building, bringing a lot of people in. It's said to be doing really well, just in terms of the business, the bottom line. The Pittsburgh Downtown Partnership has been putting a lot of money into power washing streets, sidewalks, alleys. About a block away from Smithfield Street on Wood Street, back in February, the city opened a police substation, and arrests, from the numbers that we were able to get, at least through October, arrests downtown for the year are up over last year. There's a sense that it's certainly not perfect on Smithfield Street, but that it's moving in the right direction.
Hold on, let me ask you that, because he's a really smart guy and he knows this. So when you were down there, because I've seen some change too, we have seen it pick up. We saw the street cleanings, quite frankly. We saw a significant number of arrests of drug dealers, quite frankly. But it still kind of has that creepy vibe. Did you get some of that when you were there, or do you think there are a lot of women that I know that will not walk there by themselves? Is it better now than that, sir?
I got to tell you, I've spent a lot of time on Smithfield over these last few months, and I never felt uncomfortable down there. Now, I'm 6'1", I'm a dude. I don't know that, I suspect that other folks might have different experiences, different times of day. In fact, some of the folks I did interview for the story who work on Smithfield Street have in recent months have had some unsavory, unsettling experiences. One gentleman told me someone followed him into a store, followed him down the street and into a store after he declined to give some money. But by and large, folks are pretty, I think, at least the folks I talked to are pretty comfortable on Smithfield Street. The people who work down there, who spend every working day on Smithfield Street, seem to have a sense that it is improved, and they're looking with, and we can talk about this too. There's a sense that some work that's being planned by the Downtown Partnership and by the city to improve the infrastructure, the lighting, the sidewalks. That is going to make a big difference too. That work will begin probably in early 2026, so it's a bit down the road.
Adam Smeltz wrote a great piece in the Pittsburgh Magazine about this. So you interviewed Herky. It sounds like he's part of this plan to kind of revitalize that. Give us some love as to what the plan is, sir.
So the plan's been in the works for a while. This is a joint effort between the City Hall and the Pittsburgh Downtown Partnership. This is originally, back in the day, this began as just a pretty basic infrastructure project, largely to get the old trolley tracks out of the ground. Now, you might not know, but there are still old trolley tracks under the asphalt on Smithfield Street. But this project sort of took a bigger shape over time, and now the idea is to improve not only the technical infrastructure of part of the street, but also widen the sidewalks, get some landscaping down there, get some better lighting in there. In this project, it's going to be almost $10 million. It's largely funded through federal money. It's only covering 3 blocks. So the 3-block stretch of Smithfield, kind of right around the old Kaufman. It's going to take about 18 months, should get underway early in 2026. And the idea is that this will draw more people in. It'll encourage businesses to set up shop.
Hold on a second. Why the hell does it take them so long, man? So they're not even going to start till 2026?
Yeah, in fact, it's already way delayed. It was. So I'm told that there are a few big factors. One are the pandemic-related logistical complications that a lot of government entities have seen, but also the age of the street and kind of the design of the street is a big part of it too. You have these. I don't want to get too far down into the technical parts of this, but you have these old buildings, and they have what they call vaults. And it's like an extension of the basement that goes out under the sidewalk. And so to get all of the technical aspects right for an infrastructure improvement project takes a lot of work, a lot of research, and it also takes a lot of collaboration with the building owners to get their sign off on it. So it's a pretty complicated, nuanced project.
Hey, I got to ask you about the Target. I've heard from guys that work down there that it has some of the highest theft rates in America. My friends in the business tell me it's the highest theft rate of any Target in America, but it's at least top 5. I don't know how they can stay open and or thrive if that continues. Did you hear any of that when you were looking at this?
That's pretty staggering.
Yeah.
That's not an element that we got into with this particular story.
Right.
But that would be startling.
It would. My man, I love it. I love that you were down there. My only issue with it, and you know this because we're friends, is that it takes these folks so damn long. And they always have a story, and Smithfield needs action now. And I love this long-term plan. I hope they carry it out. I love the story. You're the man. Thanks, Adam. Appreciate you, brother.
Mr. Griffin, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
My man.
All the news you need for your day and the sports, music, and podcasts you love are all on the free Odyssey app. Download now.
This portion of the show is sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Visit them at awaken180weightloss.com.
The county just requested more electric charging stations.
Orders have really amped up at Able Electric.
We need 3 more at First in Maine, and we just got another hotel chain.
It's no shock. Able Electric needs able electricians.
Grocery store wants charging stations, too.
And fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Put our matching platform to work so you can spend less time searching and more time connecting with talented candidates. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying, just beautiful.
Whatever you love, find it on eBay. eBay. Things people love.
Man, I've been through a cancer battle, and UPMC saved my life, and it's just the truth, and I rave about them. In a very, very difficult time historically in healthcare, in a very, very stressful time for patients, doctors, staff, everybody involved, it ain't easy. But my sister is going through pancreatic cancer treatment at UPMC Hillman, and every single day runs into very, very stressful situations, and every single day they handle it in an amazing way at UPMC. They handle it like no one else handles it. UPMC, life-changing, life-saving information, lifetime of helping people. I love it.
I'm dreaming of sea salt and toffee caramels, chocolate-covered potato chips, pretzels, and peanut butter cups. Now that I have your attention, hi, it's Nan Cohen for Dorothy's Candies. When it comes to the holidays, it has to be Dorothy's. My holiday favorites, cherry cordials, coconut clusters, peppermint bark, and cranberry bark. Dorothy's fan favorite is the deluxe assortment, which has everything from fruits and nuts to creams and meltaways. Visit the store in White Oak. Shop online at dorothy'scandies.com. One bite and you'll know it's Dorothy's Candies. dorothy'scandies.com.
Looking for the perfect holiday gift? Give your loved ones peace of mind on the road with a AAA gift membership for only $35. Stop by your local AAA branch or visit online at AAA.com/gift. Limited time offer, restrictions apply.
Imagine being able to change a child's story. I'm a volunteer at CASA of Westmoreland who is working to make that dream a reality. As a volunteer court-appointed special advocate, I advocate for abused and neglected children, ensuring their voices are heard in court. You can be that voice. Join CASA and make a lasting impact in a child's life. Visit casaofwestmoreland.org to volunteer or donate today. That's casaofwestmoreland.org. Be the change a child needs.
You want the perfect Saturday night, Friday night, whatever night? Seriously, Oakmont. with the Oakmont Restaurant King, JK. 2 spots. Started out Saturday night at Vinny's. Insane appetizers, drinks. Right next door, Michael A's for dinner. Unbelievable handmade, homemade Italian food. Vinny's, Michael A's, Oakmont. Check it out. It rocks. 2D Mechanical Systems, Pittsburgh's HVAC, plumbing, and electric leaders, is a family business that I truly admire. 2D culture is built on ethics, service, and making a difference in our community. 2D Mechanical Systems, they're the people you want working in your home. Get Marty, brought to you by the law firm of Rosen and Perry. No slogans or gimmicks, just results.
CBS Eye on Veterans from ConnectingVets.com. This holiday season, consider making a donation to Never Stop, Never Quit, the organization founded by Army veteran Kevin Byrne, who has multiple sclerosis and has dedicated his life to supporting others get through the disease.
Just like it sounds, never stop, never quit. That concept, that mantra was something that was drilled into me back when I was at West Point. What our organization does is I provide the efforts and the resources, reaching out that one person who doesn't know who to talk to, that's more important. So if you donate $1 to our organization, $1 gets donated to National MS Society.
Since 2013, the annual Progressive Keys to Progress event has provided deserving veterans with vehicles, helping our heroes drive their lives forward. Learn more about this program at keystoprogress.com.
Everything you need, every time you listen. 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
The Smithfield Street is interesting to me, and I'll tell you why. Because I'm a Pittsburgher, and I love Pittsburgh, and I love this town, as you know it. We've talked about this forever. My man Max, who's texting me, he lives this, man. He knows Smithfield Street as well or better than us. You know, I'm kind of an action guy. Have a meeting, get it done, man. This BS about we might start this in 2028. We've had problems. 26. We've had problems with the design. Shut up. Not Adam. I love him. It's just a load of crap. And it does need work, and it does need help. And it's part of the grime of Pittsburgh. It just is. It's grimy. I love Pittsburgh. It's my hometown. But I'll tell you right now, if my house was dirty, I would tell you my house needs cleaned. And that damn, I like the old pie-in-the-sky crap. They're going to fix it, and they're going to, fine. But do it, man. Do it now. 2026. We'll be dead by then. Come on, man. I'm down there a lot. It's grimy, man. There's still people panhandling all the time. And Patrick's right. If they open that day shelter again, we're screwed down there. I mean, I love Yuri. He's my man. He's probably the best diamond broker in Pittsburgh. He has a really good, you remember the name of the Italian place? It was really good.
Villarreal.
Villarreal. Yuri's my man. Really good pizza, really good Italian food. And he's opening up a joint next to it. I think it's like a bar. And he told me, he sent me notes here. They're doing well. But that's just because he's so damn resilient and he hung in there. He got his ass kicked down there, not physically. But every single day he was calling the cops. Every single day. Open-air drug markets. It is better. It is better. Pittsburgh police have been significantly more active. And to Adam's point, they do a lot of the street cleaning. We've seen it, actually. We were down there when they swept the streets. We also saw people overdosed right in front of us live. Right there in front of us. And of all the things in downtown, like the William Penn is 1,000% on board with everything that's happening downtown. We just stayed there. There's a park across the street, has an amazing piece of artwork in it. They've got extra security. The park is clean as hell. There's no more homeless people. Vast improvement. They didn't wait for government. They had to say, hey, we got to run a business here. They took care of their own business. If you're waiting for government to do this, you're going to be waiting a hell of a long time. 2026. Come on, man. And then 2 years to do it. So 2028, I'm 70 friggin' years old. Come on, man. No disrespect to Adam. I love him. I love the story. I like the optimistic tone. But here's what annoys me, and it does. Until we get rid of the panhandlers and the theft, those poor people at Target. Have you been there? That's a nice store. It's really nice. And that Kaufman's building is really cool. It's beautiful what they've done. However, they have a significant number of vacancies. Very difficult to rent because of what I just talked about. It's grimy, man. And they're stealing the crap out of stuff in that Target. I know from insiders that there's been discussion of saying, we're done. We can't take this anymore. We're done. And until they get their arms around that. And by the way, this shoplifting thing is endemic in every city in America. I mentioned this. I had dinner with a CEO last night of a really big company. And they do not know what the hell to do with theft. They do not know what to do. They can't arrest these folks because they can't get cops to show up at the stores. They're blatant. They're aggressive. And it's hard to manage. And when you open a business downtown and you invest tens of millions of dollars in it, and it's all the CVS down there that closed. Well, one of my boys sent me the numbers. They had like $800,000 worth of stuff stolen in 1 year. $800,000. Come on, man. People walk into those stores. That's why that 7-Eleven's gone. People walk into those stores and just fill their pockets. And these companies don't want someone killed that works at a store. So they tell them, let them go. In fact, there have been employees fired for taking on these bums who steal. And so my point is about Smithfield. I like that there's a pie-in-the-sky plan. I like that the city's cleaning the streets more. They are. I like that there are more arrests there. There are. But it's still grimy. And until there's this massive effort to make Pittsburgh beautiful again and safe again and get rid of the thieves. You don't want to be in Target when some dude's packing his pockets or a woman's packing her purse with stolen goods. You just don't. It's a really nice store, too. I always tell my people that ask me about downtown this. My wife and kids can play soccer in the middle of the street in front of our house at 9 o'clock at night. My wife could walk around the block at 2 in the morning. She can't do either one of those things. They can't do either one of those things downtown. And until they can, I would not tell anyone to live downtown. Now, it's better. They're working on it. The cops are doing a lot better. They're actually arresting people. They're actually allowed to do their damn jobs. But they got a long ways to go. And I would start with all the theft at Target. One of the premier, I love Target. Love the company. Love how they treat people. Love the prices. Love the variety. All of it. They must be sick over this because this is a big, big deal for them. And if it goes south, it makes Pittsburgh look really bad.
The success you've had in life matters. The late nights, the extra shifts, the moments you've stood up and said, I've got this. At University of Maryland Global Campus, we value your achievements because we're a school for real life. With UMGC, you can earn up to 90 credits toward a bachelor's for prior learning and life and work experience, or transfer up to 12 credits toward a master's. We offer scholarships, affordable tuition, and online and hybrid classes, all with the support you need from your first day to graduation day and beyond. As an accredited state university, we've been transforming lives for over 75 years. Choose from more than 135 undergraduate and graduate degrees and certificates, and get ready to succeed again. University of Maryland Global Campus keeps your educational goals attainable with no-cost digital materials, replacing textbooks in most courses, affordable tuition, and over $15 million in scholarship opportunities available each year. Find out if you qualify. Learn more at umgc.edu. That's umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
Serious savings at your local Par-Mar store. Dan angrily reminding you to download the Par-Mar Stores app and save big. Get 3 cooler beverage items with your Par-Mar rewards card and get 10 cents off per gallon of gas. And remember, if there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
Honey, I got a guy to fix our roof.
Oh no. The last time your friend recommended a guy, we had to get the repairs repaired.
It's not just any guy, it's PJ Fitzpatrick. Look, they have thousands of 5-star reviews and over 40 years of experience. PJ can fix leaky windows, windows, broken siding, rotted trim, and damaged leaking roofs in just one day. Plus, PJ Fitzpatrick can even clean our gutters.
That's my kind of guy. What are you waiting for? Visit trustpj.com and set up an appointment today. Trustpj.com.
From the Aetna Medicare Solutions Studio.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Partly sunny and 24 degrees at Pittsburgh International at 12:30. I'm Paul Alexander. A Spirit Airlines flight was disrupted this morning at Pittsburgh International. Allegheny County police are investigating a possible bomb threat on board the flight bound from Tampa just before takeoff. The flight was stopped at the airfield, but an airport authority spokesperson says airport operations have not been affected. U.S. Steel employees are hosting a rally today at the Mon Valley Works in Clairton. News Radio KDK's Paul Rasmussen has more.
The workers are rallying in support of the Nippon Steel transaction. In a release, the company says the employees will be joined by community members and elected officials to call on national leaders to focus on the merits of the $15 billion acquisition. Earlier this week, Nippon Steel announced all eligible employees, union and non-union, would receive a $5,000 bonus if the deal closes. The United Steelworkers called the offer a union-busting tactic and bribery. Yesterday, reports said President Biden will block the sale. Paul Rasmussen, News Radio KDKA.
22 vehicles collided this morning on an icy ramp from the Parkway East to the Boulevard of the Allies and Forbes Avenue. Happened around 6:30 this morning. Tow truck driver Joey Janicki told KDKA Radio's Marty Griffin it was a mess.
Those cars were packed in there so tight, even with the EMTs, the fire department that's on scene. It was even a struggle for those guys to get to the people that couldn't get out of their cars.
5 people with minor injuries were taken to a hospital. Janicki says the ramp was icy after temperatures plunged overnight. Tanger Outlets was reopened after a 2-day closure due to power surge. The outdoor mall in South Strabane, Washington County was mostly back to business as usual Wednesday afternoon. An Observer reporter's story says fire crews called to Tanger Outlets Monday morning, found a power surge was underway. It caused electrical damage in 5 suites. Outlet stores were forced to close while electricians worked to resolve the issue. The Bedford Dwellings Public Housing Complex in the Hill District could see an upgrade. News Radio KDK's Tamara Rush has more.
The Pittsburgh Urban Redevelopment Authority will consider approving $9 million in loans today as part of several actions involving the second phase of a major campaign to replace Bedford Dwellings. The effort is being led by Trek Development Group, which is close to completing 123 units as part of the first phase of the redevelopment project, with hopes of starting the 180-unit second phase in April. The development group also plans a 60-unit senior apartment building featuring 1 and 2 bedrooms for low-income residents. Trek will handle 550 of the units over 5 phases. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
On Wall Street, the Dow is down 58 points. The NASDAQ down 59. The S&P 500 is down 13. KDKA Radio News Time is 12:32. Our next update at 1 o'clock. I'm Paul Alexander, the voice of Pittsburgh News Radio, KDKA.
What if I told you that an opportunity exists to take control of your PA state tax dollars? Search BLOCS. Now, Blocks is an organization which allows you to direct your PA state tax dollars towards a scholarship benefiting a student at the school of your choice. Go to blocks.org and learn how you can support private education and receive a 90% state tax refund. Learn more. Head to blocks.org, BLOCS.org now.
Happy holiday of savings at Coons Market. Isn't that right, Frank TC?
Right, Rob. Save with your Coons Reward Card. Sugardale semi-bonus whole hams are $1.19 a pound. Sugardale spiral cut half hams, $2.49 a pound. And Sunkist navel oranges, 8 for $2. And Nabisco Ritz or snack crackers, 3.5 to 8.5 ounce boxes, 2 for $4. Additional savings in our meat department. USDA Grade A frozen whole butterball turkey breast, $1.49 a pound. USDA Choice boneless New York strip steaks or roast, $10.99 a pound. In our produce department, selected varieties of Northwest pears, $1.79 a pound, and red or green seedless grapes are $2.99 a pound. In our deli department, yellow or white Land O'Lakes American cheese, $5.99 a pound. In our bakery, Jenny Lee cranberry swirl bread, $5 a loaf. And this week, salted or unsalted, essential everyday butter, 1 pound quarters, $2.69 each.
So make it a great holiday season with great savings from Coons Market. Coons Market, a Pittsburgh tradition.
Progressive presents good news, bad news, dumb news, then great news. Good news. Your coworker Kyle said bundling home and auto insurance with Progressive could save you money. Bad news. While saying this, Kyle was eating your clearly labeled lunch. Dumb news. Pizza near work costs $7 a slice, and it tastes like drywall covered in ketchup. Great news. You decide to see if you could save money bundling at Progressive.com and enjoy more lunches far away from Kyle. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
Ever find holiday shopping overwhelming? We've got to figure out what they want and then find it all too. Enter Kohl's. They have the best gifts all in one spot. The toys your kids have been asking for, the silk PJs she's been eyeing, and the stylish sweater he'll love. And you can get 20% off some of your gifts during their customer appreciation event. Yep, holiday shopping at Kohl's is the move. Select styles. Offers end December 15th. Some exclusions apply. Coupons do not apply to toys. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Blustery and cold this afternoon with some sunshine. High temperature only 25. We'll have some clouds and a few flurries around tonight, especially from late evening on. Low 20. Mostly cloudy tomorrow. High near 30. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Brian Thompson at 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
It's actually fascinating to see this, and CNN actually did it. I want to talk about Trump for a minute. I know people hate him, and they're sick of the people that hate him, and a lot of women, and they're in counseling and group therapy and all that stuff. And I get all that. These things affect people in different ways. Who left the country? Ellen. Oh, my gosh. How horrible. But I wanted to read this CNN poll, which I think is fascinating. Fascinating, number one, that the poll's out there, and number two, that CNN did it, which is actually interesting enough. I think they're hurting so much, they're trying to be a little more middle of the road, I think. I watch all of them. They're all biased, man. Fox is insanely biased. CNN's insanely biased. But still, let me read this poll. Okay, here it is. CNN poll, at least 65% of Americans are confident in Trump's ability regarding the economy. It's kind of crazy. That's really a high number. 62% on his ability in Russia and Ukraine. 60% with immigration, confident in Trump's ability. 60%, 59% providing leadership. How about that? I mean, get foreign affairs, 55%. Okay. Appointing the best people, 54%. And using power responsibly, 54%. All those numbers are higher than any of Biden's numbers. I'm not campaigning for Trump. However, there's a vibe. There is. There's a vibe. There's a certain amount of energy, a positivity. And I pay attention to this stuff, believe me. It's my life, the whole media thing. And the Trump stuff has always fascinated me, the obsession with him. But he's been much calmer. Right? I mean, Patrick, you observe this as much as I do. He hasn't been as out there, right?
I don't think we've seen him much at all.
No. I think you're right. I heard a comment about the Time Magazine Man of the Year thing. That's fine. He thinks it was better than the last one. He's had it twice.
Yeah, but we haven't seen him. He's not doing his rallies because those are done. They're kind of behind closed doors for the most part.
Yeah, but the inflammatory stuff on social, it's not really out there. The crazy stuff isn't out there. The personal attacks, really not out there like they were.
No, it's almost like he's buttoned up for once.
I hope it's a pattern, and I hope it stays that way, because I do feel I spent a lot of time. I was last night with two CEOs of really big companies that have a significant impact on this region. and a lot of employees, like a sick amount of employees, and they feel the vibe. And they're not necessarily Trumpers. Of course, there are a lot of women that hate him and will never like him, of course. There are a lot of people that have disdain for him, and I get all that. But there is a vibe. And then there's this, which I think is actually hysterical. My son actually sent me this. And when I brought it up with Patrick, we thought it was so weird that we had to spend time to think to see if it was true, that it wasn't some meme or the Onion. But this is a Christmas gift they're selling the crap out of it, and it's $200. Ryan, play this sound, please.
My new Trump fragrances are here. They make a great Christmas present. I've named them Fight, Fight, Fight because they represent winning. We all want to be winning. We have to win as a nation. We want to win as a family. This fragrance is all about strength and success and confidence for men and for women. Get yourself a bottle and don't forget to grab one for your loved ones too. They'll thank you and they'll even smell good. Enjoy, have fun, keep on winning, and Merry Christmas.
Here you go. Hey, he's an entrepreneur too. He's got tennis shoes, which are ugly as hell. He's got all kinds of crap, and they sell the crap out of it. They sold millions of dollars of it. I haven't checked. I bet you they're selling the cologne, right? I guess people like that stuff, but I don't wear cologne. But I didn't smell it. I don't know what it smells like. Anyone out there buy it? Anyone out there smell it? I'd like to know. 866-391-1020. 866-391-1020. My point is that that he's been more sedate, and that little anecdotal snippet about a cologne is just something he's doing. It's not radical Trump. It just isn't. Are we better off? Americans think we are. Every single businessman I know thinks we're better off. I'm serious about that. Including pretty high-powered Democrats that I know. I'm not suggesting Trump is the second coming or the third coming or whatever you want to suggest. I'm not suggesting there's not going to be a crap show from time to time. I'm just telling you right now, he seems to have chilled out. Here, this just came in. I'm so glad you mentioned President-elect Trump's demeanor. I thought I was crazy. Yeah, he's calmer. Still has a limited range of adverbs and adjectives, but I'll take this change. It's about time. I've noticed it. Let's see if it hangs around. I hope it does. Americans, with so much going on right now in this country, it would be nice if we had a calmness. I don't obsess on these cabinet picks. I just don't. It's too much inside baseball for me. Let the FBI doing their background checks go there. Let congressmen and senators and other media pundits spend hours and hours and hours and days on one Trump cabinet pick. I just don't put much value in that. But I do believe that we're in a better place in terms of the mood of the country. I'm not suggesting Kamala Harris would have blown up America, but there was something about her campaign that didn't work. And the CEOs that I had dinner with last night said, quite frankly, that when they thought of Trump, they thought of change. And that's what they're seeing. Stock market's way up. American sentiment is way up. Trump has actually been cool with his family members, too. He hasn't put them front and center. His son has been out there, but real low-key stuff. His kids are kind of out of it. His daughter is kind of checked out of it, which is probably smart. Some of these appointments are kind of silly. That former CNN person who was engaged to his son gave her some sort of ambassadorship to Greece. She's a weirdo. She just is. Was it Guilfoyle? Was it Gargoyle or whatever? Who? Gargoyle. Yeah. She used to be at CNN. She's all dolled up and made up, and she was engaged to his son, and he shipped her, because they split up, he shipped her off to Greece to be the ambassador. Fine. I am not going to obsess on that stuff and suggest that America's going to collapse and the sky is falling. I tell everybody the same thing. I focus on what's in front of me, and that's my family and your family in this town. Let me say this, though, regarding what happened in New York. and the assassination of that insurance executive. I talked to several insiders that are CEOs. They all have security now. One of my boys, who's a very high-profile CEO, has canceled all announced visits. He still makes the visits, but they're not announced anymore, and has security with them all the time. I checked in with my healthcare insiders. Security teams at all the healthcare companies in this town, Highmark, AHN, UPMC, all of them, have had internal discussions about threats to their people and internal discussions about protecting their people. I've said this for a hell of a long time. I used to tell Fitz this. You got to have security, and he does. I remember telling Luke Ravenstall, you got to have security, and he does. At the end of the day, folks, the world has changed. The dynamic has changed. The country has changed. People are killing people at random times in random places. And now, this month, it's Everybody Hates a Health Executive Month. And I hate to say it, and I hate to hear it, but it's happening. So now, all the big shots have security. Good. Go ahead, Janet.
Hi. You know, I'm glad you brought this up, too. I was talking with a friend just the other day of this. I said, number one, he did wish he won the last time, and he likes to talk, so he has to talk, and he is talking to us, and he's working, and he's filling his cabinet, and he's doing the stuff. And really, it is a very positive turnaround, and I'm glad for America, which didn't need made great again, but, you know, he does seem calm, and praise the Lord for that.
No, he seems like he's more together.
Yeah, really, he does. And I'll say, hearing you bring this up, Marty, thank you.
Yeah.
Presidential, that that he wasn't presidential acting a part of the campaign, but this one, and even he went to the Notre Dame, in France, that they opened a beautiful, cathedral there.
Gorgeous.
So, God bless America for some little good thing. Thanks for bringing it up.
Oh yeah, anytime. He was cool in France. He hasn't said anything derogatory about Biden. He really has. I don't know, man. I just hope we hang in there because America is more important than Trump's rhetoric or anyone else's rhetoric for that matter.
Did you know that now you can listen to all your favorite stations, including this one, shows, and even podcasts, all on the Odyssey app? Download it now.
Look, Julian Gray and I became good friends when my parents passed. And in those difficult times, I'll tell you what he did. He got us through it. Seriously, with estate planning, unbelievable. With managing the taxes, unbelievable. With a will, unbelievable. This is what they do. Folks, they're certified elder law attorneys, and they are committed to helping you with legal issues and protecting your family. Julian Gray is the best I've ever known. I have gone in his office in a frenzy, worried about taxes, about the estate, about how to manage money, about how to manage my future. And Julian Gray and his people answer those questions. They're the best going. GrayOuterLaw.com, GrayOuterLaw.com, 412-458-6000, 412-458-6000. The best.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have Leaf Filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/gutter to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/gutter for your free gutter inspection today. See representative for warranty details. Promotion is 20% off plus a 10% senior or military discount. One discount per household.
100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA. Covered by JP Roofing and Siding. Pittsburgh's #1 platinum roofing company.
When you call yourself the voice of Pittsburgh, you have to know when to not talk. Sometimes you just need to be the ears of Pittsburgh. Just listen. Listen to what you have to say. These are complicated and uncertain times. But when you need us, we are here for you, and we're listening. A trusted source that you can count on to be here. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Here's Malia Podgorski from Kepco Plumbing, Kitchen, and Bath.
At Kepco, we believe the holidays are about spending time with the people you love and spreading goodwill to all. Make the holidays stress-free and give us a call. 412-821-KEPT. Kepco is grateful for the invitation into your home. Whether it's plumbing or kitchen and bath remodeling, we've got it all covered. From our family to yours, we wish you the happiest of holidays. With our help, we'll add an extra touch of warmth and brightness into your home.
Folds of Honor has been meeting Sacrifice with Hope since 2019 in Western PA. It's their honor to empower people through education and the opportunities it creates. 41% of Folds of Honor scholarships are awarded to minorities, making recipient families as diverse as the country we call home. Folds of Honor has earned the Gold Star Platinum Seal, as well as 4 out of 4-star rankings on Charity Navigator. You can join their squadron today at westernpa.foldsofhonor.org. Please donate today. Spitzer Toyota of Monroeville is a proud supporter of Folds of Honor.
Last year, flu and COVID hospitalized nearly 1 million adults 65 and older. That's nearly 1 million men, women, parents, grandparents, chess players, checkers players, and chess players who are so bad at chess, they really should stick to checkers. So if you're one of these people, or not, get this season's flu and COVID vaccines so you can keep being the totally unique person you are, whoever that is.
Risk less, do more. Get started at vaccines.gov. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. The Biden administration now cracking down on bank overdraft fees. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau capping the fee at just $5. That rule set to take effect next October unless the Trump administration or Congress overturns it. President Biden calls the fees, which can hit $35 at some banks, exploitative. President-elect Donald Trump rang the opening bell at the New York Stock Exchange today after being named Time Magazine's Person of the Year for 2024. But after wholesale inflation rose by more than expected last month and first-time jobless claims rose higher last week, that is not helping stocks very much. Right now, the Dow and the S&P 500 down about 0.5%. The NASDAQ, which began the day at a record high, down by 0.33%. And expect to pay a lot more for that glass of OJ. The 1-2 punch of Hurricanes Helene and Milton have resulted in the smallest Florida orange crop since 1930. It's just 2/3 of last year's crop. Tom Busby, Bloomberg Radio.
Everything you need, every time you listen. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
All right, I want to start this segment by playing this scanner sound from my boy Mike Fisher from Pittsburgh Scanner. Ryan, please. Thank you.
Maze to Rescue 1. Rescue 1. Medic 5, Rescue 1 to E1 Detail, 5's District, with police and first responders. Outside of Presby's parking garage, 3500 Terrace Street, between Dara and Lothrop. And it's on Terrace Street. It's going to be a vehicle pedestrian accident, unknown extent of injuries.
Okay, so that's the most recent pedestrian accident. This is kind of up on the hill near the Pete, right there where the UPMC facilities are. And Mike Fisher from Pittsburgh Scanner is with us. Mike, how many pedestrian deaths have you seen up there? How many?
Deaths, I believe we're up to 4.
In this most recent accident where the woman's okay, when was that? I forget now.
That was yesterday around 4:15 p.m.
Okay, so probably within minutes after you spoke, a statement was released by Pitt from the Chancellor of Health and Sciences.
Yeah,
pretty
a couple
important stuff.
Yeah, like about 25 minutes ago, the university released a statement. I'm not speaking on behalf of the university, but I am saying that it was released to the members of at least the health sciences community, at least where I belong, and they acknowledged it's a problem, and they are looking into it along with UPMC.
And the city of Pittsburgh.
University. Yeah, and the city of Pittsburgh. The university also said they are allocating the Pitt Police to look at the intersection more intensely.
And to do a pedestrian and traffic safety study.
Yes.
So my point is, number one, this happened, which is horrible. Happened a lot. Number two, they do care. And number three, they're studying this, which is, by the way, what you wanted a while ago, is it not?
It would be helpful, but I'm glad Pitt is doing the right thing along with UPMC and the city of Pittsburgh, and we're going to make it right.
Exactly. What I like is there's a response. What I like is that they care. And I'm glad they're doing it, and I'm glad you pointed it out, and it makes a big difference. Thanks, brother.
Always.
All right, my man. There have been at least 4 deaths there, pedestrian deaths. And then the sound we just played, there was a woman hit yesterday. And Mike's my man and has been really paramount in kind of pointing out that this needs to be looked at. And so a short time ago, I'll read the whole thing. The Senior Vice Chancellor for Health Sciences, writing to share thoughts about the recent traffic death, provide information. I extend my deepest condolences to the family, friends, and loved ones of Jesse Maroney, who, by the way, Mike knew, who was killed last week while crossing Durand Street. She's a loved and appreciated member of our community. We are deeply saddened by the loss. We've chosen a path dedicated to caring for the welfare of others, and losing someone is distressing. This is excellent stuff. In light of this and other recent traffic accidents in our area of campus, one as recently as yesterday, which we just played the sound from, I want to assure you that we have been working to address concerns through a pedestrian and traffic study. Good. We are reviewing these findings along with UPMC and the city of Pittsburgh to ensure that they address our safety with immediate and long-term interventions. Fantastic. More information will be forthcoming from the university. We're committed to making our environment as safe as possible. Please take care of yourself. It's a busy time of year. I love that they're not just saying, oh, well. I love that they care. I love that they're not ignoring it. I love that they're studying it. But in the meantime, if you're in that area, it's very busy. You got to be careful. All right? Ryan, do me a favor. Grab that soundbite that we're going to use in the next segment with Sarah Innamarato, where she talks about the living wage. She came on the... All right? This wasn't my show. But she said this yesterday, I guess, on one of the shows. Listen.
We want to attract and retain talent. We have to pay people a living wage.
Oh! So, what did we do? We pulled the salaries. 400,000, 265,000, $500,000 living wage. We're going to drill down on this with my boy Jim and Sam DeMarco, and we're going to talk about these salaries and this living wage. What she's saying isn't fair. What she's saying isn't accurate. And I have the salaries and the numbers to prove it. By the way, thank goodness for Pitt caring about those accidents, and the doctor who's head of the health sciences program for giving a damn. It's really, really cool. We will talk about big money salaries, living wage salaries at $500,000 next.
When the weather turns bad, turn to us for the best news, weather, and traffic information from the KDKA Radio Storm Center. Online and on the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
I'm with Rocco Florio from Air Pro Heating and Cooling with great news.
Air Pro and Bryant are now offering the $1,000 rebate program. Buy a furnace, take $1,000 off. Add a central air conditioning system, take another $1,000 off. That's $2,000 savings.
Plus up to 60 months interest-free financing or low 3.9% interest, subject to credit approval. So call someone you know. Call Air Pro Heating and Cooling at 800-749-0642. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Do you have shoeboxes full of old videotapes and photos? Starting now, radio listeners get access to our best last-minute holiday deals from Legacy Box. Get your family's videotapes converted for just $9 and photos professionally scanned for as low as 7 cents each, which is 76% less than what other brands charge. As the world's largest digitizer, you know you can trust Legacy Box to digitize your entire collection of old media. Everything from the embarrassing haircut you had in the 90s to photos of your great-grandma's wedding. Visit legacybox.com/value to get 200 photos scanned starting at just $19.95. Oh, and don't forget, Legacy Box also digitizes over 15 other types of analog media. It's the most meaningful gift you can give this holiday season. Take advantage of this exclusive last-minute holiday offer from Legacy Box. Go to legacybox.com/value. That's legacybox.com/value.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare Solutions Studio.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Partly sunny and 23 degrees at Pittsburgh International at 1 o'clock. I'm Paul Alexander. A major investment for the Century 3 Mall site was unveiled in West Mifflin today. News Radio KDK's Tamira Rush was there.
Lieutenant Governor Austin Davis says they're reinventing the mall once again, transforming an eyesore to a sustainable economic generator.
And I'm proud that the state has invested $1 million in funding to keep this project moving forward. This $1 million grant will help retain 5 local construction jobs and create 150 new ones in future mixed-use development.
Davis says the redevelopment will create jobs, promote economic growth, and support local communities in western Pennsylvania. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
U.S. Steel employees are hosting a rally today at the Mon Valley Works in Clairton. News Radio KDK's Paul Rasmussen has more.
The workers are rallying in support of the Nippon Steel transaction. In a release, the company says the employees will be joined by community members and elected officials to call on national leaders to focus on the merits of the $15 billion acquisition. Earlier this week, Nippon Steel announced all eligible employees, union and non-union, would receive a $5,000 bonus if the deal closes. The United Steelworkers called the offer a union-busting tactic and bribery. Yesterday, reports said President Biden will block the sale. Paul Rasmussen, News Radio KDKA.
22 vehicles collided this morning on an icy ramp from the Parkway East to the Boulevard of the Allies and Forbes Avenue. Happened around 6:30 this morning. Tow truck driver Joey Janicki told KDKA Radio's Marty Griffin it was a mess.
Those cars were packed in there so tight, even with the EMTs, the fire department that's on scene. It was even a struggle for those guys to get to the people that couldn't get out of their cars.
5 people with minor injuries were taken to a hospital. Janicki says the ramp was icy after the temperatures fell overnight. Allegheny County DA Stephen Sapala is suing the county pension board, asking a judge to force officials to adequately fund a retirement system projected to run out of money in 15 years. County Controller Corey O'Connor is a pension board member and said a plan to increase contributions to the retirement fund is not enough to adequately fund the system. Sapala says a review of the retirement system's finances shows liabilities exceed assets by $1.27 billion. That means the plan is only 42% funded. On Wall Street, the Dow is down 75 points, the NASDAQ down 31, the S&P 500 is down 8. KDK Sports, Pitt resumes play in NCAA women's volleyball. Those are the semifinals this afternoon.
It's the Sweet 16 for the Pitt volleyball team as they host Oregon around 3:30 this afternoon at the Peterson Events Center. Pitt swept a match from the Ducks on the West Coast earlier this year, but Oregon does have one distinction. They are the last team to win in Pittsburgh. That was September of last year. Jeff Hathorn, News Radio KDKA.
Pens are in Montreal tonight to take on the Canadiens. Puck drop at 7. News brought to you by P.J. Fitzpatrick. Need a new roof or just want to repair a small leak? Trust PJ.com. KDK Radio News Times 103. Time to call Metropolitan Windows during their year-end sale and save 30% off their full line of exclusive Infinity from Marvin fiberglass windows. Call them at 412-655-8411. Sunny and 23 degrees in Pittsburgh. Your AccuWeather forecast is next.
Does it feel like someone is stabbing a knife into your heel? Does your lower back hurt more and more as the day goes on? The Good Feet store can help. Take a listen to Ann and Patrick.
I had to go nonstop from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. every day. Every time I stood up, pain just shot up my legs. Fortunately, I found the Good Feet store. I went to them after my doctor diagnosed me with plantar fasciitis. Now, thanks to the Good Feet store, I'm 100% pain-free.
I was in constant pain. Somehow my fiance and I found our way into the Good Feet store. Put my foot on the arch support system. I put them in my shoes, walked out of the store. All the pain was gone. My back, my knees, my ankles. Thank you. Thank you, everybody at the Good Feet store. You gave me my active life back.
Come to the Good Feet store this holiday season and give the gift of pain relief to you and your loved ones. Visit us in Robinson Town Center, in Cranberry Township, in Morgantown at Suncrest Town Center, or book your free fitting at goodfeet.com. FSA HSA eligible. Please check with your provider. Gift cards are available. Come in and get a free personalized fitting today.
The Harlem Globetrotters 2025 World Tour is here, and we're loving hearing from our fans that you love seeing us play. You love seeing the dunks, alley-oops, long shots, trick shots, the buzzer beaters, and all the cool tricks. And we can't wait to bring all our history and all the laughs. We're coming to PPG Paints Arena on December 26th. Go to HarlemGlobetrotters.com for tickets to the 2025 World Tour, presented by Jersey Mike Subs.
Hi, everyone. It's Dr. Shufo from the Weight Loss and Wellness Center. This is the perfect time to get started on your weight loss and health journey. It's true. Avoid the stampede of holiday overeating, learn how to eat and drink during get-togethers without feeling deprived, and be thrilled with the start of the new year, having lost your first 10 to 20 pounds. But you've got to start now. I'll hold your hand every step of the way, and you'll enjoy the holidays. Call me at 1-800-900-THIN.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
It's going to be windy and very cold through this afternoon with some sunshine. High temperature only 25. We'll have a partly cloudy sky tonight. A few flurries around as the night goes on, a low near 20. Clouds limiting sunshine. It will be cold tomorrow, high 30. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Brian Thompson at 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Hi, I'm Brian, owner of Awesome Electrical Services. If you want your home's electrical system to be awesome, call Awesome Electrical Services, 412-331-8999, or awesomeelectricalservices.com to schedule a free estimate with me today.
Where Pittsburgh comes to talk. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Marty, excuse me, folks, my voice, sorry. Got some breaking news here. So, right now, at Pittsburgh International Airport, is a Spirit Airlines flight. This is coming from sources at the airport right now, police sources, county police sources. Spirit Airlines flight headed to Tampa. Is on the runway right now. A passenger wrote a text and sent it about a bomb exploding while the plane was in the air. And a witness saw it. So I'm guessing or presuming that they're on the runway getting ready to take off. 200 people. Passenger wrote a text about a bomb exploding while on the plane, while it was in the air, and a witness saw the text. The plane never took off. It's on the runway right now. The passengers have been taken off the plane or in a secured area. The plane right now is being searched, and the bags are being searched. This is a Spirit Airlines flight, Pittsburgh to Tampa. Over 200 passengers evacuated. No one hurt. Nothing found yet. Regarding the passenger, male passenger, being interviewed right now by police. Regarding the plane, right now. Hold on, more information coming in here. There are dogs right now, bomb dogs, searching the plane right now. So, breaking news. Male passenger, while the plane is taxiing, so preparing to take off, passenger sitting beside a guy who sends a text saying, I've got a bomb in this plane. I'm going to explode it while it's in the air. And a witness sees this. The witness must have stood up, yelled something. They grabbed this passenger. They evacuated the plane. Again, Spirit Airlines. The plane never took off. Luggage, passengers, plane being emptied right now. Suspect in custody. No charges yet. No details other than that. This is happening at Pittsburgh International Airport right now. All right? It does not look as if, according to police, have a command center set up out there at the airport. Threatened aircraft call. All right? Sounds very, very sketchy. Anyone out the airport? 866-391-1020. 866-391-1020. All right, we got Sam DeMarco here. Meantime, with that happening, I will let you know as soon as I hear anything. Ryan, play me that soundbite one more time with Sarah Innamarato, please. Thank you. This is Sarah Innamarato on one of the shows here yesterday. I don't know which one.
We want to attract and retain talent. We have to pay people a living wage.
Uh-huh. One more time, just for...
We want to attract and retain talent. We have to pay people a living wage.
Oh, I'm laughing. By the way, as soon as I hear any new information about the situation at the airport, I will, of course, let you know. Why I'm laughing is I have acquired a list of the salaries. And the true honest man on the entire council, I love a bunch of them, including Katina, is Sam DeMarco, Republican Party chairman also. Hey, Sam. Hey,
Marty, how are you?
That sound with her, kind of laughable. It's fair for me to call that laughable, right?
Well, it is in that they're saying we have to pay a living wage.
Right.
You know, it sounds the same as when the folks on the far left talk about folks needing to pay their fair share.
Nice.
It's one of these things that they can never quantify, okay? And a living wage means different things to different people. You know, we have a great and talented workforce at the county.
Yep.
And many of these folks, they do yeoman's work.
Yep.
This is not about, you know, any of the workers.
No.
And this is about the elected officials and office holders who administer these offices and how they mismanage them from a financial perspective.
All right, so...
And throw out taxpayer dollars left and right.
So just for grins, I got to go down some of these salaries, these living wage salaries. $92,000, $136,000, $90,000, $136,000. Wow. Man, I had no idea.
I think those are living wages, don't you?
I had no idea a communications director made that kind of money. Wow.
No, $151,000 is what the communications director makes.
Oh yeah, Abigail.
$136,000.
Whoa, $151,000.
Well, I don't want to get into the names, but you know, it's the positions. You know, but you had someone that came on board at $136,000 and you know, less than a year gets a $15,000 raise.
Wow.
You know, and I mean, my experience over the last 9 years on county council, you know, under the former county executive, is you try to manage the finances appropriately, and folks would typically get, you know, 2.75, 3% annual increases for cost of living increases and things like that. But when you're giving out 25% increases, in greater, in some of these cases, you have, receptionists or secretaries, and executive assistants getting 25% raises. I mean, this stuff is out of control.
Here's a $15,000 raise. Here's a $14,000 raise. Wow. Here's a $15,000 raise. I have, let me just go through. Here's $284,000, $151,000, $150,000, $193,000. Here's $105,000, $174,000. It's amazing. There are a significant number of highly paid folks that are well the hell beyond living wage, Sam. Isn't it kind of irresponsible for her to say that they're just trying to pay them a living wage?
Look, when you're talking about over 6,000 employees, things are different.
Right.
But, I would certainly believe that the numbers that you're reciting certainly qualify as living wages. And again, listen, this is all on the heels, of what was asked for, a 46.5% tax increase, ended up being 36%. But claiming the world was going to end and the sky was going to fall in if they didn't get that. And now you're seeing where some of this money is going. This money isn't necessarily going to help the homeless.
Oh, no.
Or to save our children.
Oh, no.
Or to the food banks, okay? And this is money that's being, thrown out there. And listen, we need to pay people, a competitive wage, right? But there's also other benefits that come from working for the county. For example, health care. The employees only pay 3.25%, towards their health care. I mean, so that's a heck of a deal.
Wow.
Compared to what you would have in the private sector. There are pensions. You don't have those in the private sector, anymore. So there's a lot of things here at play. But I think when you're raising people's taxes, to the extent that they've been raised, and you're telling them, that it's absolutely critical that these things be raised, or you're not going to be able to deliver, core county services. I think it's important that you be judicious with your use or the spending of these taxpayer dollars.
County stat analyst went from $62,000 to $78,000. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I mean, these are the things that, again, as this gets out, more and more people understand, how their money is being spent. Hopefully, more and more people will pay attention to county government. I think under the former county executive, things got sort of people stopped paying attention because it was almost like on autopilot.
Yep.
Things ran well, services were delivered, taxes didn't get increased. People didn't pay attention. Well, now you better start paying attention.
Wow, here's an executive assistant that went from $61,000 to $75,000. Wow.
Yeah.
Are you kind of floored by some of this, Sam?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, you tell me these numbers. It's like, how does this happen?
I don't know, man. I had no idea that she paid her communications director $151,000. Wow.
How do they? I don't know how they justify.
Man, that's a lot.
No, look, hey, directors are responsible for entire departments. There are significant responsibilities with them. So, these wages may be justified, but they should have to justify them.
Her communications director makes like $100 less than Sarah. That's amazing. We're on it, brother. Thank you for being honest. You are the man, Sam.
You got it, my friend. Hey, you have a great day. Thanks.
Wow. This is irritating as hell. It just is.
All the news you need for your day and the sports, music, and podcasts you love are all on the free Odyssey app. Download now.
The county just requested more electric charging stations.
Orders have really amped up at Able Electric.
We need 3 more at First in Maine, and we just got another hotel chain.
It's no shock. Able Electric needs able electricians.
Grocery store wants charging stations, too.
And fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Put our matching platform to work so you can spend less time searching and more time connecting with talented candidates. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the...
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your...
windshield wipers.
eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying, just beautiful.
Whatever you love, find it on eBay. eBay. Things people love.
Hey, folks, it's Marty. You've heard me say Voss TV and Appliance. What a great company. Best family-owned business. 64 years at it. Huge selection. Guaranteed lowest prices. Exceptional service. That is even better before the holidays with amazing year-end specials. Save up to 50% off. Rebates up to $2,000. Plus, free delivery and free haul away of your old TV and appliance. Call or visit Voss. 412-650-VOSS. 412-650-VOSS.
Tune in to KDKA at midnight on Christmas Eve for a special midnight mass from St. Michael Church of Saints, Joachim and Ann Parish in Elizabeth. Christmas has special meanings, and this annual Christmas Mass broadcast is proudly presented by Rome Monument, a company that knows about special meanings. As the Tri-State's largest memorial company founded by Michael Diagardi, Rome Monument is a fourth-generation family-owned business. Their special Christmas gift is providing a Christmas Eve Mass broadcast on KDKA. Merry Christmas from the Diagardi family.
Get connected. That's the Inside Connection this Saturday morning at 9 with your local Medicare experts from MediConnect. If you're turning 65, hear all the inside information available to seniors on the Inside Connection, presented by MediConnect. Medicare made simple.
A lot of folks like to bake for the holidays, cookies, cakes, all that stuff. We're not bakers. I love eating the stuff. I love trying the stuff, but making the stuff, I just don't. Takes too much time. We're not that good at it. You know who is? Oakland Bakery. Cakes, cookies, holiday treats, bread, rolls, everything for the big feast. Oakmont Bakery. Put your orders in now for Christmas. Oakmont Bakery, the best ever. Check it out.
1 in 8 people, including 1 in 6 children under the age of 18 in southwestern Pennsylvania, are food insecure. Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank leverages the power of community to achieve lasting solutions to hunger and its root causes. Working with 1,000 partners in 11 counties across the Three Rivers region, the food bank is here to ensure everyone in every community has access to the food and resources they need to thrive. If you are in need of food assistance, would like to volunteer or donate, visit pittsburghfoodbank.org.
The 50,000-watt voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Couple things going on. We got this. I got the salaries of all Sarah Innamarato's big shots. Patrick found a couple things. Run a couple of these numbers past me, please, sir.
Yes, I'm looking at the previous county manager. Looks like had a salary of $193,000. The new county manager, $285,000.
Nice. And what about the community outreach person?
Community outreach, previous salary of $102,000, and new salary of $136,000.
Wow. All right, I'm going to grab my boy Jim here in a second, but I got to mention this. So there's a plane sitting on the runway right now at Pittsburgh International, sitting on the runway empty. It had 200 passengers. Spirit Airlines headed to Tampa. Guy is texting. He's going to blow up the plane once it's in the air. Someone sees that. They stop the plane. They grab him. They unload the plane. They got bomb dogs on the plane. They're interviewing the guy. No bomb yet. No device. But obviously it's a big deal. Suspect in custody. 200 passengers. They're going through the luggage. They're going through the plane with bomb dogs. It's a hell of a mess at the airport. Crazy. Brother Jim, how are you, man?
Okay, Marty. How you doing today?
All right. Jump into these numbers for me. Are they okay? Are you okay with these numbers?
This is the greatest lie I have ever seen in my 40-some years of county government.
Tell me why.
Well, I'll tell you why. First of all, she started off the year by giving everybody a $4, across-the-board raises, knowing what she was getting into.
Right.
Now, she just raised our taxes 36%.
Yes.
I hope your folks are paying attention. They have created positions that are nothing but taking care of their buddies. They've created salaries that are completely outrageous. I mean, take the county manager's office, for instance. They raised everybody in there a total of 23%.
Whoa.
But yet Public Works, where the roads are falling into the creeks, 0.07% increase.
Oh.
And there's only one. I know these people. There's only one person in the county manager's office that even knows where the bathrooms are. That's how ridiculous this is. And Marty, do you want to know the best thing about it? Not one person in the county has challenged me for what I'm saying because they don't want to be embarrassed because I'm telling the truth.
Well, we're sitting here looking at the spreadsheet. What annoys me is that her saying she's paying these crazy salaries and says these are living wages. Come on, man. Come on, brother.
Are you kidding? Look at the county treasurer. She should be thrown out of office. You just raised our taxes, and you gave your chief deputy a $50,000 raise, and then hired an assistant for her? Are you kidding me?
I see that.
This is outrageous. Look at all these communication people. What's there to communicate? You're the chief executive. You won't talk to nobody, so you hire 7 people at like $700,000-800,000 to talk for you.
Yeah, I've talked to a couple of them. Like Abigail's actually very smart. She's her chief communicator. She's actually very smart. I've talked to the guy at the airport who's fantastic. But other than that, I haven't talked. I didn't even know they had one in the jail. And by the way, I communicate for a living, and so she's paying 7 people for that.
This is what look. When Rich Fitzgerald was the chief executive, he had Amy.
Yep.
And the rest, he spoke for himself. You have to understand that you can't get away from the fact that you just raised our taxes 36%. So you should be doing some austerity, maybe, a little bit. You see what I'm saying? Look at these raises. I mean, they're outrageous. $10,000, $20,000 across the board while you're raising our taxes?
I see that.
Are you kidding me? And here's the thing, Marty, and this is the thing that aggravates me more than anything.
Yeah.
She made the statement about bringing in good quality people. Yep. Well, the first thing, if I run a company, is you got to have experience if I'm going to pay you more money. Isn't that right?
It's actually true. Yeah.
There's nobody that she's brought in that knows the county. Now, look, anybody that's been around the county knows it's like a huge octopus.
Yep.
It runs from departments to authorities to all kind of stuff that I'll guarantee you she probably don't even know exists and how they work together. The county for the last 50 years runs on the level below the directors. It's the interactions of those guys and girls that have been in there for 30, 40 years that work with each other and get it done. And yet you've completely skipped over that level and gave raises to all these administrators and executives that sit around and drink coffee and that don't even know anything about it.
Well, what really troubles me, quite frankly, is the sky was falling. We're all going to die. Canes were going to shut down. Cops were going to get laid off. They're running recruiting videos for county police, and they gave people $50,000 raises. So it kind of comes off like she was lying to us.
Look, I hate to call anyone a liar, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And even if you were, genuine about this whole thing, should you have not tried to show some austerity to the people you're ripping off here?
Yes. Yes.
That's what I'm saying here.
Yes.
Show us something. I mean, she did all this in the back room because Sam was, and I just heard you talking to Sam DeMarco.
Love him.
How could you do this and not even have a conversation with any of the councilmen, except at the last minute you sat down with the budget council director? I don't know what kind of deal you cut after you told us you were going to only raise it a little bit, and then you doubled it. It's the whole thing's disingenuous. It really is.
It is.
And it really upsets me that I haven't heard any county official say a word.
No.
Not a word.
Sam did.
Except for Sam. And, Pat stood up. But, Marty, if the public had any idea, and she's getting away with it. That's what's so ridiculous. She just ripped off the county. Marty, like Human Services, they were already giving them. Look at the percentage they raised that. It's unbelievable.
It's over $30 million in raises, is what it is.
Right.
Yep.
No, look, and I use. Look,
I gotta go, man.
There's no other. All right, brother.
Hold your breath for tomorrow. We'll go at it again. I love you. You're the best.
All right.
All
See
right.
ya.
Before Levin closes the book on 2024, there's a few thousand items we like to clear out. Save not 50, not 60, but 70% off closeouts, floor samples, and clearance. Plus, save an extra 20% off store-wide, and we pay your sales tax. Get up to 5-year special financing with no money down. That means our best-selling Lazy Boy reclining sofa now just $21 per month. Lazy Boy power lift chair just $15 per month. The end-of-year clearance at Levin Furniture and Levin Mattress.
UPMC, life-saving, life-changing information. Amazing.
If you owe the IRS $10,000 or more in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, write this number down or put it into your phone. 800-411-2215. The IRS is hiring more staff and cracking down. Call Tax Relief Helpers now to learn about our tax debt reduction programs and how to stop the collection efforts. If you're facing liens, levies, an audit, wage garnishment, or years of unpaid taxes, even if you're already in a payment plan, we can help. Through special IRS programs, you may qualify to have your tax debt settled for a fraction of what you owe. Tax Relief Helpers has helped thousands of taxpayers qualify for these generous relief programs, earning an A rating with the Better Business Bureau. No matter what amount you or your business owe to the IRS, call our tax relief hotline now for a free consultation and see what savings you may qualify for. Don't tackle the IRS on your own, and don't risk having your wages, Social Security, even your pension seized. Call now. Call 800-411-2215. That's 800-411-2215. 800-411-2215.
From the Aetna Medicare Solutions Studio.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Partly sunny at 24 degrees at Pittsburgh International at 1:30. I'm Paul Alexander. State and local officials discussed the $1 million investment into rehabilitating the former Century 3 Mall site in West Mifflin today. News Radio KDK's Tamira Rush was there.
State Senator-elect Nick Piscatano, who helped secure the $1 million in grant funding, says he was born and raised in West Mifflin and has fond memories of Century 3 Mall.
Those things that we did with our family just to kill time on a winter Friday night, go into certain stores, eating in the food court, things like that. And I want my son to have those opportunities when he's growing up.
But Piscatano says he understands the challenges that retailers are facing.
But we also realize that the state and the government has a responsibility to invest in places like this to help get them back on the tax rolls, to help them become more productive properties.
Officials warn that the site remains active and unsafe for anyone seeking memorabilia. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
A Spirit Airlines flight was disrupted this morning at Pittsburgh International. Allegheny County Police are investigating a possible bomb threat on board the flight bound for Tampa just before takeoff. The flight was stopped on the airfield, but an airport authority spokesperson says airport operations have not been affected. Tanger Outlets has reopened after 2 days of closure due to a power surge. The outdoor mall in South Strabane, Washington County was mostly back to business as usual yesterday. An Observer reporter story says fire crews called to Tanger Outlets Monday morning, found a power surge was underway. It caused electrical damage in 5 suites. Outlet stores were forced to close while electricians worked to resolve the issue. Fans with tickets to see Mariah Carey's Christmas Time at PPG Paints Arena were disappointed last night. The performance was canceled a few hours before showtime. In a message, Carey said she was very sorry and she had the flu. Ticketmaster says it will refund all purchases within 14 to 21 days. On Wall Street, the Dow is down 109 points, the NASDAQ down 36. The S&P 500 is down 11. Pitt can advance from the Sweet 16 in the NCAA Women's Volleyball Tournament with a win this afternoon.
Led by 7 all East Coast players, including the Player of the Year, Olivia Babcock, and Coach of the Year, Dan Fisher, Pitt continues to host the NCAA Tournament at the Peterson Event Center. They face Oregon around 3:30 this afternoon. The winner plays in the Elite Eight Saturday as the Panthers look for a 4th consecutive trip to the Final Four. Jeff Hathorn, News Radio KDKA.
KDKA Radio News Time, 1:32. Our next update at 2 o'clock. I'm Paul Alexander, the voice of Pittsburgh News Radio, KDKA.
Hey, folks, Marty, there's still time to get your home quite clean for Christmas with my friends at Coit Cleaning Services. Hurry and call them right now. Save 40% off of all services. Wow. That's right. Put Coit on your Christmas list. Save 40% off all services, carpets, rugs, upholstery, drapes, and blinds. You got to call today to get it scheduled. 1-800-FOR-COIT. That's 1-800-FOR-COIT. Coit gift cards are available as well. 1-800-FOR-COIT.
If you have COPD, here are some reasons to go see your pulmonologist again. 1, those flare-ups you keep having, they have the chance to cause permanent lung damage. 2, we now know a certain type of inflammation can cause flare-ups for some people. And 3,
when can I see Grandma?
Need more reasons? Visit www.livewithcopd.com.
When you hire our firm, you become part of the family. Nobody messes with family. Get the good guys, Goodrich and Geist.
Hi, I'm Lisa Laura with Secure Money Health. Navigating your health coverage can be confusing, but I'm here to make it simple. Get your free copy of my book, The Ultimate Medicare Book. In the book, I simplify the process and help you get the health coverage you need. Not only can you get a copy of my book, but if you go to mymedicarebook.com, you can schedule a time to meet with me at no cost. The annual enrollment period is right around the corner. Schedule your appointment now. One more time, that's mymedicarebook.com.
My name's Jim. I'm 53 years old. There should be options in life, like ways to lose weight. Medications now feel like the only option. I mean, it sounds like a guarantee. I do have friends who have lost weight with them. I tried holding off. I did other diets, but I was miserable. I'd rather be fat and happy. The problem was I wasn't happy fat. I was about to start the meds, but then I heard of Awaken 180's GLP-1 program. Turned out it does the same thing as the meds without injecting myself for life. It absolutely worked. I dropped 45 pounds. I'm now in maintenance, and I feel better than my friends who are still on the meds. Listen, I barely know what GLP-1 is. What I do know is Awaken 180 worked for me, and I was far from miserable doing it.
Thanks, Jim. You all know about our success with Awaken 180, and now with Awaken 180's GLP-1 Balance, you address the root cause of weight issues. Do it naturally, then keep it off. Awaken180weightloss.com.
I'm dreaming of sea salt and toffee caramels, chocolate-covered potato chips, pretzels, and peanut butter cups. Now that I have your attention, hi, it's Nan Cohen for Dorothy's Candies. When it comes to the holidays, it has to be Dorothy's. My holiday favorites, cherry cordials, coconut clusters, peppermint bark, and cranberry bark. Dorothy's fan favorite is the deluxe assortment, which has everything from fruits and nuts to creams and meltaways. Visit the store in White Oak. Shop online at dorothy'scandies.com. One bite and you'll know it's Dorothy's Candies. dorothy'scandies.com.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Windy and very cold into this afternoon with some sunshine, high 25. Partly cloudy tonight. There will be a few flurries around late, a low temperature around 20, and mostly cloudy and cold tomorrow, high near 30. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Brian Thompson, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Retirement, it's almost here. Are you ready? Well, join Kurt Kanodik and Ethan Lane of Accurate Solutions Group for your retirement blueprint. Let Kurt and Ethan help you plan for your retirement dreams. Don't miss your retirement blueprint, Sundays at 10. Investment advisory services offered through ASG Investment Management, LLC.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
Update from the airport. Spirit Airlines flight supposed to take off at 9:30. Passenger sitting beside a guy. This comes from sources who are actually in the command center right now. Passenger sitting beside a guy who's texting that he's going to blow up this plane when it's in the air. People see that. They stop the plane. They unload it. They get all the passengers off. The plane is on the runway right now. It's been sitting there since 9:30, quite frankly. It's supposed to go to Tampa. So, airport folks, actually very cool. Bobby Kurlick is one of the best ever. They are right now still searching the plane. No injuries. The rest of the airport operation is unaffected. Okay? However, these poor passengers, now they all have to be rescreened again and scheduled for a later flight. So think about this. First of all, thank goodness there was no bomb. And I'm trying to find out this guy's motive. He's in custody. And being questioned. All these passengers right now are being rescreened and will be scheduled for a later flight on Spirit to Tampa. Allegheny County Police Department is investigating. Airport operations will continue to be unaffected. There you have it. You know, airport travel is stressful as hell. Airport travel is difficult enough. And here we go. This stuff just continues. And at the holidays. One thing I have to say is, good thing this person sitting next to someone saw them texting, because if this crap would have happened midair, they would have to turn around and land. It's highly, highly, highly unlikely there would be a device on a plane. However, they can't mess around with this stuff at all. There you have it. Robert, go ahead, man. Thanks for holding.
Yeah, Marty.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that interview you were questioning, that happened last night at 6 o'clock. I listened to KDKA all the time. It was,
it's Sarah talking about the living wage. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah. It's my understanding that by 2000, at the end of her term, that the raise that she gave to the what I call the common folk, the guys and girls making $15 an hour, she raised them to 18, but they're guaranteed by 2026 or 27 that they'll be even at there'll be more raises by that time for them people.
Yeah, we've heard that. Yeah, we saw that too.
Oh, well, if they can't live on what they're making, go out and get a second job, because that's what I do. But
hold on a second. Hold on a second. This is why I think you're such an intelligent guy. You're pragmatic. When you take a job, brother, it's funny. I had this conversation last night with the CEO of a big company. He's like, we hire people at $19 an hour, and they know that, and that's actually way above. Well, it's almost triple the minimum wage, but that's irrelevant at this point. We know that wage, and we pay all their benefits, and they know that wage. And immediately they say they can't go on a trip, they can't buy a new car, they can't buy a house. But when you're hired at $19 an hour, you know that, Robert, right?
Right. So you do whatever it takes. If you can't live on $19 an hour, you go get a second job, or else you live within your means.
Well, you don't take a job for $19 an hour, go home and hug your wife and kids and say, I got a job for $19 an hour, and then a month later say you're getting screwed. You just don't. That's not how this works. Right?
Well, what I don't understand is, Sarah, she's actually qualified for Homestead Act?
I wish I could tell you, because I don't know the minutia of that, but she would never cheat like that. She's not that kind of person.
Well, her house is only valued at $26,000.
$26,000, yep.
Well, she more likely qualifies for the Homestead Act. I tried to do. I took care of my mom's business when my dad passed away years ago, and that Homestead Act is very, very hard to get. Not everyone gets that.
No, I'd heard that too. Yeah.
Well, I just looked it up this morning. You got to make under $30,000 a year to get on that. There's all kinds of stipulations to that.
Well, she's at $152,000, so.
Right. Well, it's people that have like a business, like a dentist who lives in the same building. They qualify for the Homestead Act. But the reason why I brought it up was, if you listen to that interview last night, at the very end of it, she had mentioned that. She says, "Oh, yeah, and we did try for the Homestead Act, and we couldn't get it," or something like that. It was the whole interview itself kind of. Well, remember when they said, it kind of reminded me of when Biden and Trump were having their interviews, and Camilla, they said that they gave Biden softballs. In other words, they asked him.
Yeah. And by the way, thank you. I love your call, and I love your insight. Regarding the interviews, she can go and interview on any friggin' show she wants. I mean, I went to high school with Fitz. I've known him since I was 14. I interviewed him 4 times a week, and during the pandemic, we interviewed him every day. And there were those that would say I was biased. I am. I love him. He's like my brother. So if Sarah has friends at this station, and the host at night is her friend, God bless them both. I'm not judging that. What I'm judging is this notion that she makes the statement that she's trying to pay people a living wage when, in fact, you're paying people a lot more than a living wage. And that's all. Just $30 million in raises that all the taxpayers out there who are struggling to survive and thrive have to eat. That's all. And here's my thing, and I had this discussion with Patrick. This whole notion that if they don't go here, they'll go somewhere else. Bye. I'm in this business. Okay? Patrick's been in it almost as long as I have, except he's smarter than me. And the truth is, and I'm not disrespecting Abigail because she's fantastic. She's actually a really good spokesperson, really intelligent. But right now, I could get you 1,000 applications for communications directors for $110,000 a year. That's my point. So if she leaves, the line behind her at the door is 500 people long. So this notion that everybody's going to leave, I promise you, there's thousands of county managers who will take that gig for $220,000, not $280,000. Let's keep it real. Let's be honest. Let's be fair. Hell yes, people deserve to be paid fairly. But when you're telling the world that the sky is falling, and then you give people $30 million in raises, it comes off as disingenuous. Wouldn't you say that? I would.
Did you know that now you can listen to all your favorite stations, including this one, shows, and even podcasts, all on the Odyssey app? Download it now.
I'm with Joe Potocznik, JP Roofing and Siding, with an exciting opportunity.
Normally, Larry, we offer $500 off any complete roofing and siding replacements. For the fall promotion, we're offering an additional $500 off.
Joe, that's $1,000.
That's right, Larry.
You better call today. The roofing experts, JP Roofing and Siding, 412-829-7711, 412-829-7711. Thanks, Joe.
Thank you, Larry.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm. If you own a timeshare, don't miss this public service announcement from Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group.
If you receive an unsolicited phone call or mail piece to discuss selling, renting, or especially canceling your timeshare, don't fall for it. If you really want out of your timeshare, hang the phone up immediately or throw that mail piece in the trash and contact your timeshare resort or Wesley Financial Group for assistance with your timeshare. As the only Inc. 500 timeshare cancellation company, our knowledge, experience, and results has made Wesley a trusted resource for over 40,000 families we've helped get out of their timeshare. Give us a call, and I'll send you our timeshare exit information kit free with the straight facts about your timeshare and all of your options for cancellation.
Call for your free info kit, 800-329-2121, 800-329-2121, 800-329-2121.
Local news can come at you fast. Want the latest on what's happening in your backyard? Download the free Odyssey app. Follow your local news station, and you'll get alerts on the top stories making headlines in your city. You can stay in the know, no matter what you're up to, and be among the first to find out when news breaks. Plus, keep tabs on weather and traffic, so you're never caught off guard. To get started, download the Odyssey app. That's AUDACY, and follow your local news station.
Looking for the perfect holiday gift? Give your loved ones peace of mind on the road with a AAA gift membership for only $35. Stop by your local AAA branch or visit online at AAA.com/gift. Limited time offer, restrictions apply.
Colin Dunlap on KDKA.
Far too many people are feeling far too empowered with crazy words, and we just let it go. We can't say anything because that's their First Amendment right. They're allowed to have those beliefs. They're allowed to have them, and I'm allowed to think they're a wackadoodle for it, and I'm allowed to verbalize that too.
Weekdays 2 to 6 on the Voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Hello, this is Les Botkin of Botkin Family Wealth Management. I've been a financial advisor for over 20 years, but this wasn't my first career. In a previous life, I was a PGA golf professional involved in building Nevillewood, where I played the opening round with Jack Nicklaus, a dream come true. Years later, while in my 40s and working at another golf course, I suddenly lost my job. I had 2 kids in college and I was scared. With the encouragement of my wife Barb and the help of good friends, I embarked on a new career in finance. It was was humbling. But in time and with hard work, I became successful in my life's new chapter. Today, I'm a certified financial planner professional and work with my daughter Sarah and son Lester at Botkin Family Wealth Management. The day we opened the doors to our business is one of the best in my life. Dreams change, for me and maybe for you. Let us help you navigate the changes. Visit us at botkinfamilywealth.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA, SIPC.
It's the most wonderful time of the year to save at Spitzer Toyota Monroeville. Pind is leading the way with our great deals during Toyotathon. Get our biggest savings of the year on every new Toyota. Plus, with any new Toyota vehicle purchase, you'll get the Spitzer Shield. That includes a lifetime powertrain warranty and complimentary maintenance with oil changes. Hurry, come see one of the largest new Tacoma and Tundra selections in Western PA.
Whack more, spend less at Spitzer Toyota Monroeville.
Our world revolves around you. See dealer for details.
Happy holiday of savings at Coons Market. Isn't that right, Frank NTC?
Right, Rob. Save with your Coons Reward Card. Sugardale semi-boneless whole hams are $1.19 a pound. Sugardale spiral cut half hams $2.49 a pound. And Sunkist navel oranges 8 for $2. And Nabisco Ritz or snack crackers 3.5 to 8.5 ounce boxes 2 for $4. Additional savings in our meat department. USDA Grade A frozen whole butterball turkey breast $1.49 a pound. USDA Choice boneless New York strip steaks or roast $10.99 a pound. In our produce department, selected varieties of Northwest pears $1.79 a pound, and red or green seedless grapes are $2.99 a pound. In our deli department, yellow or white Land O'Lakes American cheese $5.99 a pound. In our bakery, Jenny Lee cranberry swirl bread $5 a loaf. And this week, salted or unsalted, essential everyday butter, 1 pound quarters, $2.69 each.
So make it a great holiday season with great savings from Coons Market. Coons Market, a Pittsburgh tradition.
Here's another great reason to use the United States Postal Service this season. Your boxes are wrapped and the gifts are in. Our employees are ready. Let the holiday ride begin. Let's start with the price. It's easy to manage when you ship with the reliable USPS Ground Advantage. In just a few days, it's sure to arrive. We're working nonstop to keep the spirit alive. USPS Ground Advantage, the affordable and reliable shipping solution for the holidays. Visit USPS.com/advantage.
And now for a business news update from the Pittsburgh Business Times. I'm managing editor Mike Larson. The Heinz Endowments is adding $750,000 to close a funding gap for a proposal to redevelop the former Pact building at 120 Cecil Way downtown in an affordable housing redevelopment. Pittsburgh Scholar House, a partner in the project with its main developer, Beacon Communities, announced that it secured the funding from the Heinz Endowments, adding to the $2.5 million it secured in August for the project. $1.5 million from the Henry Hillman Foundation and $1 million from the Richard King Mellon Foundation, pushing the total past the $3 million needed for the project. Also, Brandon Mendoza, who provided a key voice for Pittsburgh's development community on the issues of affordable housing and zoning review fees, among others, as the executive director of NIAP Pittsburgh before joining the Master Builders Association of Western Pennsylvania last year, is set to leave town to lead the Erie Regional Chamber in growing partnership. Mendoza is set to start in the new post next month in the new year. For more on these stories and other local business news, log on to pittsburghbusinesstimes.com. I'm Mike Larson.
Pittsburgh's 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Real quick update at the airport. Police have a guy in custody. They don't know whether it's a mental illness case or whatever it was. No details about the suspect other than he's in the custody of the county police. Was texting in a seat on the plane today. He was going to blow it up once it got in the air. Passengers saw it. Alerted the folks on the plane, the crew. They stop the plane. County police get on the plane, take the guy into custody. They take 200 passengers off the plane. This is all started like 9:30. This flight, what was it, Patrick? Spirit Airlines to Tampa, right?
Yep, Spirit Airlines flight 1317 from Pittsburgh to Tampa.
And it's supposed to take off what time did you say?
9:30 this morning.
Yeah, so here we are. Wow, they've been sitting there now for 4 hours, more than that. Guy's in custody. Bomb dogs are on the plane. Bomb dogs are going through the luggage. All the passengers are sitting there. They have to be rescreened. Man. And wait for another flight. Because someone did something stupid. I do not know why people do that. Who knows why people have these mental illness issues and breakdowns. However, you got to commend county police for their fast action, for being thorough. And as Bobby Kurlick, who's the best going, says, our main concern is public safety. No other airport operations are in jeopardy at all. All right? All right. Regarding Innamarato's budget, there is this narrative that I'm not nice to Sarah. That's crap. I went to her office probably 6 months ago. Maybe a little more. With cookies, honestly, with her face on them. We had them made at Oakland Bakery. And I met with her and Libby. Well, I really like Abigail. Sorry, I'm an idiot. And we discussed her campaign and her plans. And we made a decision that we would have her on the air. She has not come on the air once. Not once. For a couple months, I offered them ideas. I asked for an opportunity to talk to her. And by the way, her communications director, Abigail, is not rude. She's not disrespectful. She's actually very, very good, very intelligent, very responsive. She never says, screw you, you're a jerk. She just hasn't provided us with Sarah Innamarato. This notion that I'm mean to her is crap. She went on a tour of the county and scared the hell out of people, suggesting that she was going to have to close the canes, suggesting they were going to have to lay off cops. None of it was true. None of it. And then we get all of her salary stuff today, and she has employees with $60,000 raises. It's a problem. If she wants to thrive and survive, she has to be honest and fair and pragmatic. And the notion that everybody will leave unless they get big raises is just not accurate. Some people will. But like a business that can't afford to bump people up to $25 an hour, or the tacos at Taco Bell will be $16. We all make decisions, whether we want to stay or leave a job. And historically, there have always been people that wanted to work for the county. If they can't find those people, that's on them. But to justify $55,000 raises by suggesting that everybody will leave is disingenuous at best. My man, Colin Dunlap, is next.
The KDKA mobile news fleet is driven by Jim Shorkey Kia, North Huntington, Wexford, and Uniontown. Visit Shorkey Kia today.
The Village at St. Barnabas.